the Last Minute Laura Show. Good morning, hello. Let's try not to have the mic break while we get together this morning. Good morning, everyone. As you can see, I have a very big red mark. I'm just going to say it as we get here. This is where they burned off the precancerous lesion. It's going to look ugly until it heals. The one on my head is healing so much faster. It already lost the blister and it's lightening. I have an age spot that I've been calling an age spot on my head and an age spot on my chest for a couple of years. Went to the dermatologist and they were like, not an age spot. We'll burn it off. They burned it off, but now I have this and redness shows up so aggressively on pale skin. So if it's drawing your eye, sorry, not much I can do about it. Today is a day where I'm not putting anything on it. Yesterday I had a hydrocolloid patch. Hydrocolloid? Whatever, the little pimple patches. I had one of those on. It was great. But then I wanted to have a day where it's dry, and that's today. So it's wet healing, dry healing. Today is the dry healing day, so it doesn't look muted, unfortunately. Good morning. I'm here on time. It's 9:01 in the morning, and I am here. I'm wide awake. Do you know why? Because I woke up at 6 a.m., took a shower at 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm a 7:15 girly, so 6 o'clock in the morning, that was for you, so you could see me in all my glory. Then, I didn't take my meds until just a few minutes ago, so, I have been awake with no meds for a while, so the ADD is probably going to be a little bit more visible, or at least for the first part of the stream, but we now have a very cool, very fun, very exciting plan. What are you again? Are you wool? 50 wool, 50 acrylic. No, I need 100% cotton or I need 100% wool for this job today. Today we are doing a super fun, super cool job, and that super fun, super cool job is that we are going to make more bird toys for Mr. Gary and Ms. Beelzebub because they have mostly destroyed all of their cardboard toys, and that makes me very happy. I'm 100% pleased when we need to remake cardboard toys. It's a bit of a slag. Is that the right word? I'm trying to say a schlep, a slug. What's the word I'm looking for? I want to say, okay, what's another way to say it is a bit of a schlep. Tedious, inconvenient, lengthy task. Okay, a bit of a schlep. A chore, a hassle, a slog, that's the word. A task that requires slow, heavy, and difficult effort. A slog, that's what I was trying to say. I've been saying a slag, that's a different word. Sorry to my British folks for that, mostly. Okay, so I missed Monday's live stream. Apologies. A slog. A S-L-O-G is what it is. A schlep is the one way and slog is the other way. I missed Monday's live stream. Sorry about it, friends, but it's for a good reason. We had our family trip to the zoo. It's not an annual trip or anything. It was just Julia organized a trip to the zoo, and the whole family went. Well, almost the whole family. My sister, who lives far away, couldn't go, obviously, because she lives far away. But we went to the zoo as a family, and it was so much fun. Alex and I had a lot of fun. Alistair, Elizabeth, we all just enjoyed ourselves. My brother even came, which was pretty cool. We brought a huge amount of food, picnicked. You can bring your own food in at the zoo, or at least at the Toronto Zoo. And I actually, while I roll up this yarn before we get started, I did make notes for you guys, so that I could tell you a little bit more about the zoo, so that when we're feeling yucky about the fact that I was at a zoo, I can make us feel better about it. There was a baby giraffe born a month ago, and it was very cute, which is great. We love a baby giraffe, but the Toronto Zoo played a major role in recovering certain Canadian species from at risk of extinction. They had breeding programs. Who else did they do? The black-footed ferret and Blanding's turtle. Rude name if you ask me. Bland. I'm a Blandings turtle. I'm the bland landing. Anyway, they have helped with conservation, which is great. And they also bred a bison calf using 35-year-old sperm. Isn't that weird? So they have 35-year-old frozen bison sperm. I guess that the males, like the lineage through the males is probably like more robust, the old stuff. I don't know. I didn't look that hard. But the point is they collected sperm decades ago and have still been able to produce calves from that sperm, which is so interesting. What was the other one? Oh, they also have breeding populations. So it's actually the largest zoo in Canada and one of the largest in the world by land area. Anyway, it's 700 acres. That's a lot. That's a big amount of space. 700 acres for a zoo. It's divided into geographic regions, which like every zoo is, I feel like. They're not just putting all the animals in random spots. They try to organize it, right? But there's over 3,000 animals at the Toronto Zoo. I don't think I saw that many. We saw a rhino, we saw a zebra, we saw cool poison dart frogs, we saw a bunch of cool snakes, some marmosets, we saw a sloth, we saw a kookaburra, we didn't see zebras. That was something I would have liked to see, and hyenas. We missed the zebras and hyenas this time. That's okay though. Still. And, also, something that I thought could connect to what we're doing today, at the zoo, there were tons of enrichment toys, which is what we're going to be making for my birds today. Enrichment toys are just things that make the animal do an action that they would do in the wild, but they're not actually doing that action. So, for example, if you had a woodpecker as a pet, you would give them something to peck because that's part of their natural behavior is to do that. You know what I mean? If you have an animal that naturally digs, you give them an available, appropriate location to dig, that kind of thing. So cool. I haven't been since I was 12. I need to go back. It's a pretty cool zoo. I would say go back in like a year though. They're doing a lot of construction right now. Anyway, yeah, there were lots of cool animals. We had a really nice time. It's a big zoo, which is nice. It's like a lot of walking. We walked over 10 kilometers just on Monday, which was really cool. Yeah. Whoa. What was that about? Was that peekaboo? Oh, you were yelling at peekaboo. Got it. I also saw lots of really nice plants. I think I might want an alder tree on my property when I grow up. There were a few alder trees there that look really nice. Like, they have, like, cones, even though they look like a deciduous tree. What are you doing with cones if you're a deciduous tree? I need a pair of scissors for this job. Sorry, Pika, I just stepped on your head. Sorry, baby. Oh, I also have such fun things to share about yesterday. I had such a good day yesterday. Well, almost. I started the day off a little rough. I woke up and there was a Toby huge-sized pile of dog vomit in my bed. Not just like a top. It was in my bed. I woke up with vomit in my bed. Yuck. So got up, checked how Toby was doing. He wasn't feeling very good, so I said, let's get outside so you don't puke again inside. And we basically spent the whole day outside yesterday. He was fine after about an hour of waking up. He didn't want to eat until the afternoon, which is fine. He probably ate something outside, but he wasn't lethargic or weak or shaky or sad or scared or anything. He was fine. You can tell when your dog's not feeling well. At least I can. And he didn't look like he was feeling well. So we had an easy rest day, and by the afternoon he was totally okay. And he enjoyed spending all day lying down in the concrete, or in the sun on the concrete. I brought his dog bed out there and he would lie with his back against the dog bed on the hot concrete. But whatever, he is a full and complete individual who is allowed to do whatever he feels is right for himself. So the other thing that was really fun about yesterday for me, I took the birds out all day as well. So usually in the summer, I make an effort to take the birds out as often as possible because they like to be outside because they are birds. And I need to figure out a different cage situation. They have a travel cage, that's this one, and that's what I take them outside in, and I usually fill it up. As you can see, it's covered in hosta leaves right now. I made it have a roof of hosta leaves, just so that it would feel like they were outside. Did I tell you that I really like these birds? Don't know if I've mentioned it before. Anywho, yeah, so all day yesterday, I also had the birds outside with me. They had a great day. They were also out all evening the previous evening and all day the day before that. I stay with them all day. I just brought my work and I worked outside. And Toby was happy, and the birds were happy, and Peekaboo was happy. Everybody just had a really nice outside time. So my hope is that we can continue that. Hello, miss. Hello. Anything I can help you with there, darling? I'm just getting some yarn threaded up. This is not for you, so do not even think about it. My husband loves the zoo. Ada and him go often to Amsterdam Zoo. It's a little one. Well, I don't love the idea of animals in captivity for show. However, the amount of interest it gives to little kids to see animals, it's like, I don't know, they become more conservation minded if they're aware of the endangeredness of it. I know it's like captivity, not good. Like the gorillas, I don't think gorillas should be on display. I honestly don't really think any great apes should be on display. I just think they're too intelligent to be doing that. It feels icky and slavery-ish. They're just too smart for it. So even if you give them a really nice enclosure, it's like an enclosure for gorillas. It's like, imagine if someone said, oh, you can have this really nice house, but all the walls are glass and people are coming to look at you every day. Don't know that you would say like, okay, cool, as long as it's a really nice house. I understand that the gorillas are safer in the zoo than they are in the wild because of human beings. But I gotta say, seeing an orangutan and a gorilla, they be too much like us, guys. We need to stop having great apes in zoos. Unless there's like no, unless they're maybe injured, or maybe it's like, I don't know how to explain how I want it to be. I just don't think, anytime I see a gorilla, it's like the marmoset seems chill. Seems like they're just running around being squirrels in their enclosure. They're a monkey. And yet you see the gorilla and they're sitting there looking stoic and dissociated. Like other animals are like engaged and excited and chittery. The gorillas are always like dissociated and sad looking. By the way, if you've just come in and you're like, what is that woman doing stabbing cardboard onto a knitting needle? It's all for a good reason. This will be transferred onto a string and it will become a bird toy, and my birds will chew it apart for weeks and they will love it and it will make them happy. And when they are happy, I am happy. Got it. Also, I don't know if you're noticing, but I am not sunburned at all. And that is because I am very, very responsible. And I reapplied sunscreen at the zoo. Hey, get your face off my cardboard. I reapplied sunscreen, which is awesome. Also, if you would like, I can show you my garden this morning as we chit-chat. As we do a little bit of the old chit-chat. I think I don't have it open, do I? Oh, I do already have it open. Okay, I want to go into the Discord to show yous, all yous. By the way, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. What are you doing? Coming in here, hanging out in my stream, not clicking the thumbs up. Okay, let me show ya. Let me show you what we got going on today. I posted basically a mini vlog. A mini vlog garden tour yesterday in the Discord. So if you want to see the garden in like video clips, I did do that. But I also I didn't upload them into Discord. Please take a moment and take a sip from your coffee while I upload these things to Discord. I took a bunch of photos in the garden. The garden is amazing right now. I'm honestly pretty much obsessed with it. That's not what I meant. Okay. I just want you to see how beautiful it all is. Because I think my garden gonna blow your mind. Or not. You might just be like, Laura, it's the same picture. Because I keep showing you the same picture because I'm happy my garden is growing, all right? Please hold. Oh, my pet onion, she's blooming. Well, she's about to bloom. She's nearly blooming. Nearly headless. How could you be nearly headless? Okay. I think we're good. Just make sure those are all uploady. I'm feeling annoying. Feeling like annoying my friends. Good morning. The flowers are so pretty. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to talk about them because I have an obsession with my garden. And here is the first flower of the day. This is a sage. This is a regular old delicious sage plant, but this is what the flowers look like. They come up in the late spring, early summer, and they're cute and bluish purple. And then after this part's done, they continue to grow as plants, which is cool. In the same pot that I have, let's see, did everything upload? Couple more there, couple more there. Just waiting on yous. Couple more there. This one is going to be a yellow status, which I'm excited to see what that feels like. I don't know how I'm going to feel about her. This is my lemon thyme. This is a perennial. She survived. She survived the winter again. She's a good one. She's a strong girl. I have sweet alyssum coming up everywhere. Let's just triple, double, triple check. No more loading. A little more. We got a little more loading. Sweet alyssum is coming up everywhere in my garden right now, and I'm so happy about it. Some of it is like really strong individual plants, and then some of it is like 13 plants shoved together, so it looks the same as one plant. Okay, relax. Thank you. This is what sweet alyssum looks like. She's the cutest, and I'm obsessed with her. Look at this, a different color. Look how pretty and pinky purpley it is. The new flowers are white, then they fade to this sort of soft purple, then they fade to this sort of pink. Versus, look at this one. See, this one's way more purple. Understood. Love sweet alyssum. This is all yarrow. I have this random empty spot where the yarrow didn't live. This whole thing was filled with yarrow over winter, and it came back in the spring except a big dead spot, and I didn't put anything in the dead spot, and now I'm like, should I? Or should I just leave it? And I don't know. I have this open spot. Maybe you have an idea. Also, I put all my status on the porch now so that I know it's getting like tons of direct sunlight. I feel like last year my apricot status, sorry, let me triple check again. We still loading. Still loading. Okay. My apricot status last year, I feel like I only got like 5 or 6 stems from every plant. And like that could be fine if you have 50 plants, but I don't have 50 plants. I have 8, I think, plants. So all of these, there's one here. That's another one. That's another one. And then over at the back corner, there's another. So there's 4 in this pot and then a dahlia. And then in the pot underneath it, down here, there's 3 more down there. I think I took a picture. Yeah, this one. Oh, I wanted you to see. So you remember how in the spring I was like really itching to be planting? Like I really wanted to get stuff planted. So I started taking like small pots that were gonna go outside, and I started planting my flowers in the small pots. And then instead of bringing a seedling in and out every day when it was still chilly during the night, I brought the pot in and out during the day and night. The pots that have had the plants in them for close to a month now look like this. Look at how full each of these plants are. The ones that went out in the garden later, look how small they are compared. So getting them planted out early did help. It's just a little bit more labor intensive because I had to move larger pots in and out of the house. But I think I'm going to do that next year. I'm going to plant my pots inside and just have them inside in the night, outside in the day. I feel like it's going to make for a better basket since I don't have a greenhouse. Also, look at this sweet alyssum. Also, look at the bugs all over it. I didn't even see those when I was taking it. Who are you guys? All over my sweet alyssum. Hopefully you're pollinators. Melissa says, the flowers are so pretty. Thank you, Melissa. Okay, I have a cool thing to show you. Are you all loaded? You're still not done? Relax, telephone. Okay, so what I wanted to show you was this sweet alyssum. So you see how it's like a bunch of stems of flowers? Well, when you see flowers like this, alyssum, usually that's like one plant. And what I wanted to show you is since I planted so much seed for sweet alyssum, look at how many plants are coming out of the spot. We've got 1 right here, 2, 3, 4, and then, oh, it's just cut off, but there's 5 and 6, just in this one little tiny space. If I were someone else, I might thin them. I might pull out some of them, like especially these 2 here that are coming out of like the same hole. I might split that. I'm not going to do that because that's none of my business how the flowers decided to be born, and they can just live their flowery life, and some of them will probably suffocate, and that's none of my business. But sweet alyssum, that is my business. And I actually made a note to myself and put it in my book for next year. If you guys were here earlier in the season, I took out my last year's journal and started flipping through the months of April and May, and I left myself garden notes that I didn't remember. So then for this year, I started actively leaving myself garden notes for next year. One of them is get more shelves and more grow lights. One is I need more room. One is pest control for spider mites and thrips, figure it out. Another one is plant less. And then the last one, this is the one that I think is relevant to what we're looking at. Don't bother starting sweet alyssum, baby's breath, poppies, or dill. Just direct sow and feed the seedlings. And that's here. I'll show you why today. The number of sweet alyssum that is coming up in this garden, I did not need to start any indoors during the winter. The ones that were started in the ground are past the growth of the ones that I started indoors. It made no growth difference to start sweet alyssum inside, which is really hard for my brain to wrap around because I always want to start it to make sure that I have it. I feel that way about most plants. I want to start the seeds to make sure that I will have the plant. But sweet alyssum and baby's breath, I just threw the seeds in March, and then I threw more seeds in April, and they germinated just fine, and they did very well. The sweet alyssum basically out-competed most of the natural weeds that come up in my garden. I have a lot of like just regular clover coming up in my garden, and lady's thumb, I think it was called. And it's fine. I can pull weeds. There's not a lot of grass coming up in my garden because I don't have grass in my yard. We live in the city and it's all concrete. But I do have some things. Wild violets come up everywhere. Feverfew comes up everywhere. A weird, like not pretty, a weird not pretty variety of salvia comes up. Anyway, the point is normally I just pull them out, but the sweet alyssum and the baby's breath kind of suffocated most of it. I think I've probably pulled out like the equivalent of like maybe like a large salad bowl full of weeds. Like that's all I've had for what needed to be pulled out. And that probably also includes like overcrowding, like things that I decided to thin. Anyway, this I got at the garden center. I really like it. It's a salvia variety. My mom used to grow these, and she would grow purple and red. Those were the only 2 colors I knew about. You can kind of see a purple one in the back that's pretty similar to the one that my mom grew. But I got salmon colored ones, white, and this like really pretty muted purple. So you'll see those eventually. They're not blooming right now, but you'll see them. Also, this is my little hobbit hole house. Just put it there for fun. I'm so excited about baby's breath. Oh, look, a zinnia about to open. Didn't even notice her because I was trying to catch the hollyhock. This is a amaranth velvet curtains. I don't know why my brain just farted on that one. Amaranth velvet curtains. This one's gorgeous. She's about 12 to 16 inches tall now. Doing really well. She's going to be 10 or 11 feet tall. So she's got lots of spots to go. So this is what the garden bed looks like right now. I'm aware that looks like it's full of weeds. It's actually not full of any weeds. Let me zoom in and show you. So, wait. Oh, that's a sweet pea. I thought back there was, is that a sweet pea? Okay, anyway, you can see there's a coleus, single leaf there. There's a zinnia up here. Down here, sweet peas, marigold, calendula, sweet alyssum, a poppy, more sweet alyssum. There's one of those ugly, this thing right here that I'm pointing at is a salvia, a wild version of salvia that grows here. Not like salvia drugs, like salvia flowers. Anyway, this is a dill. You see the frilly. Then you saw the zinnia over here at the edge. That's a garden heliotrope. Also more, that's a baby's breath. And there's another baby's breath on the other side. This coleus. I wish Frida were here today. Where's Frida today? Frida, come back to us for this coleus specifically. This poppy's also doing really well. Okay, I have to pee out of nowhere. So you guys are just gonna have to talk amongst yourselves for a brief moment. Go get a coffee or something, whatever you want to do. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go pee. I'm gonna turn my microphone down and I'm gonna turn the music up. Okay, I'm home, honey. I'm back from outer space. And now let's look at all the flowers that I've got here at my place. All right, everybody. Where was we? Oh, yeah, we were at the most beautiful coleus in all the land. And this is a poppy. Look at her. She's gorgeous. Gosh, I'm so excited to see the... Oh, hello. I'm excited to see the poppies bloom. Shouldn't be long now, hopefully. This is a different poppy. Look, this is a bread seed poppy or a opium poppy. Excuse me. You see how it's like blue and like juicy? Versus this one, I believe this is going to be a Shirley poppy. Which could be cool. All right, moving right along. We have another little garden pot thing. Sorry, I'm trying to like organize my seat so that I'm not hurting myself. I have an injured tailbone of some sorts. Big hugs from Belgium. Hey there, Laura. Nice to see you. And welcome to Southern Ontario and the garden. Hair flip. Toss, toss. Anyway, in this pot, I have some Sweet Alyssum, obviously, coming up everywhere. I also have Baby's Breath in this one, a Marigold, some Nasturtiums, a Cosmo. It's just going to be another full pot. Another gorgeous shot of that gorgeous freaking Coleus. Oh, she's pretty. Another shot of that beautiful... Am I giving you the same pictures right now? Yes, I was. Okay. Hold on. I have a sneeze in my nose. Maybe I don't. Anyway, I wanted you to see from far away how big that poppy is. Look at that big, beautiful poppy. Do you see the one there behind it? 2 big, beautiful poppies. There's a third one here. Then there's those big ones I was pointing at. If I zoom out, you can see a bunch of them. Like 1, 2. Those 2 are the biggest, but there's a few on this side as well. It's going to be a poppy explosion. I just don't know what poppies we're going to be seeing. This is pretty exciting. Another poppy is actually getting ready to open its first flower, which is, I mean, amazing. I'm happy about it. Do you see the little flower head? The little knobby thing? Don't worry, I took a closer photo. So this is a California poppy, and the color this one is called Dusky Rose, and she's beautiful, and I'm excited to see her. And we're gonna collect 1 million seeds this year. Same with the Sweet Alyssum. We're gonna go buck wild collecting seeds again. That was a good plan from last year, and we had more than enough for this year. Baby's Breath, I think I'll just get the seeds from the dollar store again, because they were like 3 for $1 for packs of Baby's Breath. But if I can figure out how to collect seeds from them, then I will. This is currently my favorite marigold. If you look at the leaves, this thing has been being absolutely decimated by thrips. It's not anymore. The thrips are completely gone from the plant. This was when it was living inside. But the flower itself, undamaged because it happened outside. Look at how pretty it is. This is the Naughty Marietta marigold. I am growing Naughty Marietta, Burning Embers, Jolly Jester, Golden Red Bicolor, Laura's Perfect Golden, and Tangerine Gem. I think those are the varieties. But look at how cute they are right now. These will get bigger. The plant itself is going to be like probably 5 or 6 feet tall by the end of the season. But the flowers right now are just little and dainty. And I think they look so cute. They look like what you draw when you're drawing a flower when you're a kid. Which is cute. Love it. All right. That's our next set. Here, back to those gorgeous marigolds. Also, my first chamomile is about to open its first head of flowers, which is amazing. Very happy to see her. We love chamomile in this house. So I haven't been growing it for the last couple of years because we've had a good stockpile. And I just sort of let 1 or 2 plants happen in my garden. If you grow chamomile once, you will have chamomile come up forever. It's a very easy plant to remove, so it's not like a bad thing. When you have 1 million chamomile seedlings, they're so easy to pick out. And also, even when they're big, the roots are very shallow. So it's like such a good weed to have, in my opinion. It's beautiful, it smells good, and if you want to get rid of it, it's not difficult. To eliminate it is difficult because the seeds live everywhere. However, I haven't planted seeds for chamomile in some time. This year, I ripped open a bag of chamomile seeds. I ripped open a bag of chamomile tea, rather, and poured it in my garden in March, did it again in April, and now I've got chamomile coming right along. You see how little she is right now? This is another one that's going to be about 5 feet tall and about 4 feet wide at the end of the season. Also, my yellow yarrow is just about to open. This is the variety called Moonlight. Yarrow Moonlight. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little bit like I hate it. Hold on, let me open it in a tab here. Yarrow Moonlight. A highly popular, award-winning, prized for its bright sulfur yellow flat flower heads and feathery silver gray foliage. So, like, I know I want it. I know I want to have yellow yarrow. I know that I do, because every time I see it elsewhere, I'm like, wow, I want that in my collection. But seeing the yellow isn't vibes for me. I like pink flowers, so I'm not into it yet. We'll see. I'm hopeful that we are going to get like love for it. If it came out this color yellow, I'd be okay with it. Forbidden, okay. But a lot of the pictures have it looking this color yellow. And those two are very different to me. Like this one down here and that one up there, those two corners are like wholly different flowers to my eyes. This is the color green and that is the color yellow. And that is what my eyes are seeing. And I don't like this one, hideous, too bright, too light. I like my yellow to have like a gold to it, like an orange, like a depth. When it's too like, ugh, look at this picture. Yucky. Yucky. Yummy. Yucky. Good, bad. Good, bad. So depending on how it comes out, we could be fine, or we could be tragically heartbroken that we have a really ugly plant. That being said, it'll never leave my garden now. I've cared for it too long. I'll just have it and hate it like my spider plant. Okay, anyway, that was the Moonlight yarrow. Look at, she's just about to open. Today's the day. I think, anyway. Also, I was trying to take a picture of my calendula. First, this. So I saw my calendula. I went, oh, she looks pink today. So pink. Look how pink the side of the flower is. This is a flashback calendula. So the inside is a very, very pale cream leaning yellow. And then the backs of the petals are orange, pink, reddish, like this kind, these tones. So I saw today and I was like, wow, and look at the coleus behind it. So beautiful. And then I was like, wonder what the inside looks like this morning. What? Who's inside my calendula? And then I took a clearer photo for you. A baby slug. That's who's in the calendula. I didn't even remove it because I was like, if you make it all the way to the top of the calendula plant and you climb yourself into the flower, I think you deserve it. The slug can have it. She's probably having a hard day. Look at how cute. Anyway, my calendula looks amazing. This is going to be garden heliotrope, which is a weird garden heliotrope. It's a purple flower. I collected seeds in Halifax for this, and the one I collected seeds from looked just like this. It was fairly tall. I want to say it was like 2.5 feet tall, and the flowers kind of unfurled from a curl, and I thought they looked really cool. See how interesting the flowers look? So anyway, we're hoping that those turn out to be really beautiful. Right now, it's like 6 inches tall. It's nothing yet, but it's gonna come. We can be patient. Also, I wanted to show you baby's breath because I love baby's breath. This is baby's breath. This is baby's breath. And this is baby's breath. And this is baby's breath. Tons of baby's breath in the garden. Also, look at that tiny garden heliotrope in the pot still. 2 little heliotropes next to a big Bertha garden heliotrope at the bottom. Also, my oxalis is looking really good. It's been planted. The pots are planted in the soil, if you see. I didn't take the corms out of the pots because I didn't want to have to dig up corms later. It's easier for me to just pull the pot out of the ground. But the plants are now both in there, 2 big ones, and those will fill out and become a beautiful sort of clover patch for me. Isn't that pretty? I like the way this one looks. Kind of cute. This is Burning Embers, this marigold. This one is mostly red with yellow gold outlines. You can call it orange. I'm calling it red because for my feelings, I don't like orange, and therefore I cannot accept that this is an orange flower. Thank you. This yarrow is a different yarrow. This is my pastels, apricot, or summer berries. whomst among us. They're all mixed together now. Look, a bug. But this yarrow is going to be pink. Some variety of pink. Also, look at this marigold. I don't know what happened to it. This is a Jolly Jester. The first 2 flowers that came out of this plant came out normal Jolly Jester flowers. The 3rd flower came out like a beautiful dark red. Isn't that something? Almost no fade to it. Like there's a little bit of that yellowy glow on the edge of the petals, but mostly just an opaque red. That's probably a beautiful one to make some hammer prints on fabric with. I was obsessed with it this morning. I was like, so red, so dark. Oh, are you ready for the happy thing? Because the happy thing is here now. Here's the thing. I'm so proud of her. Look how cute her little flowers are. She's just a baby. Anyway, she's doing amazing. Really proud of her, putting out her flowers. Also, Candace, whenever you come, look at our seedlings for Rose Campion. I want you to see right here. That's all that's left of the mother plant. One alive piece in that whole pot. But these are all of the seedlings that we grew this year, which are almost as big as the mother plant. So I think we are back to being safe with Rose Campion. I don't think we're going to have any flowers this year. But that's fine. I think we'll be okay. I think what I'm going to do next year is put it underneath some cover so that it's not getting rained and snowed on. I think that it got drowned. Also, whenever Candace gets in, here is the geranium. I like to give you a full shot of that geranium so you can see how big this thing is getting. She's beautiful. More sweet alyssum. More sweet alyssum. This celosia, which is going to be a coxcomb, is a beautiful color, so she's welcome to stay. Here's a Jolly Jester that's turned out a little wonky. I don't mind it. I love a wonky flower. Here's a beautiful, perfect Jolly Jester doing, well, almost perfect. There's a little bit of a glitch on a couple of those petals, but more or less perfect. Another one, more or less perfect. This is my favorite marigold, just because she's a little different. She likes to be different. This is my marigold bed. We're finally getting some flowers coming in. There's Laura's favorite golden. We've got gold and red bicolor, Jolly Jester, red, Jolly Jester, gold and red bicolor. There will be more. More will be flowering. Do not fear. Okay. Now, in this one are all my white petunias. These are the white petunias that I purchased. Do you see how white they are? I just want you to really lock in for a second to acknowledge that there is not a drop of any pigment on the white other than white. You see that? These are my white petunias. These are the petunias I grew from white seeds. This is my white petunia. This one right here, that's my white petunia. I want you to notice there is, in fact, color. It's not just white. This is one of my white petunias that came out almost white. But if you look up close on that petunia, she's actually very, very pale pink. Here, I got an angle. Do you see that? That's not a white petunia. It's pretty. I like her. I'll let her stay, but that's not a white petunia. That's a pink petunia. So I just wanted you to see that none of my petunias turned out as white petunias, and so I ended up buying petunias. I said I wasn't gonna. I said it wasn't gonna matter. But, you know, I don't know, man. Perennial flowers to grow from seed. I want to start some perennials this summer. Ooh, rare and unusual varieties. Don't mind if I do. Hey there, Pikachu. She's like, ooh, what are you doing with that cardboard? We are going to do something with that cardboard, okay? All right, let's see what we've got for perennials. Flowers. Perennials. I just saw, hold on. Did you see that? Flowers. Dye plants is one of the options. Japanese indigo. Cute. Dyer's woad. Dyer's chimomile. Dyer's coreopsis. Hoppy red dye amaranth. Ooh, look at all these flowers. Blue wild indigo. Love Lies Bleeding Amaranth is not really for color. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. I love that. I'm sorry my voice is annoying right now. I can feel it when it comes up in my, like, in my brain when I'm gonna be annoying. I can feel it. It's like I know it's gonna happen. And today is one of those days I can feel it being annoying. Oh yeah. Okay, foxglove, black hollyhocks. Let's see if we want to look at those. Wild bergamot. Sweet William. Ooh, white agastache. I want to see that. Eastern red columbine, that is on my list. I just like, do I really want to like grow it right now? It's cool. Don't even worry. We're going to find out which one we need. Peekaboo wants to play with the bird toys. Oh, sea holly. That was another one I was thinking about. Do you think I should grow sea holly? What do you, what's your opinion on sea holly? Purple mullein. Rudbeckia trilobia. None of these are really doing much for me. Soapwort I have. Nodding onion, don't care about her. Common vervian. We love a verve. Oxeye sunflower. Don't know what makes it an oxeye, but okay. Disco bell, hardy hibiscus. Canterbury bells. Oh, that's a perennial. Cool. Caucasian mullein. Not right now, miss. I'm busy. Is this baby's breath? Looks like baby's breath. None of these are doing it for me. If I can be completely honest with you. I'm sure they're great. But I would really like to see others. Not like fancy ones. Just seeds for the Canadian climate. We love those. Seed the possibility. Flower seeds. Laura, have we not looked at enough flower seeds? Shop. Collections, flowers. Flower seeds. All flowers. Do we have perennial as an option? No. Cool. Feverfew seeds. Growing feverfew from seed. It's so easy to grow for where I live. I do not need to grow from seed. I am growing this. I hope we end up with some peach ones. Look how cute they could look. Cinderella peach. This is another one I have seeds for now. And I would really like to... I would like to grow it, but it's gonna... I need to start those seeds eventually. Don't need that either. All right, let's get into making the toys for the birds. The birds need new toys, or else they're gonna cause mayhem and mischief. So we're gonna try to prevent that by making really good toys for them to chew on. What are we all up to today, by the way? Anybody else working on anything? I do want to be crocheting in a little while, but at this moment, certain things have to be prioritized, and my crazy birds are the priority. They love going outside. They love it outside. I give them all kinds of like forage to look for. Like I cover the bottom of their outdoor cage in plants, and then I throw a bunch of like sunflower seeds in and some hot peppers and stuff, and they like go to town, let me tell you. If you want to see a happy parrot, just bring them outside and give them something to dig through. The other way to make them happy is to give them something to destroy, and that is what bird toys are all about. So on garbage night, I took all of our cardboard that I had been saving up, took any that had no ink on it and no tape, and then cut it into pieces that are roughly the same size. They're not the same size, but you know what I mean. They're like in the same size range. and I just put them aside in a cardboard box. And then whenever I need to make a toy, I do that the week before. And then whenever I have the energy or motivation, I can just string those cardboards onto a string, and the birds go absolutely nuts for it. They love tearing up paper. It's like one of their favorite hobbies is ripping any form of paper. Like if you hear them making happy noises right now, it's because they see what I'm doing. And they're like, can I have that? What do you, can I have one? Goofy birds, I tells you what. Also, all of the house plants are now outside. We don't have any, I think, oh, we have one Dracaena still. Nearly all of the plants are outside now, which is good, because then I don't have to think about them and worry about watering them, because they get watered when all the outside plants do. And also it means that there won't be any more pests on them, because now we have predator insects outside, like ladybugs and other things. I don't know. Those are the lacewing larvae. There's lots of other things that can kill thrips outside. Oh my goodness, what's that for? What was that high-pitched whistle about? People wear headphones, Beelzebub. That's too high for live stream. That's inappropriate. You're gonna make people go deaf. Not me, I'm like already deaf, but you know, other people somewhere. I haven't even checked Twitch. Anybody here yet? Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. Please don't forget to click the thumbs up button. If there is a thumbs up button where you're watching, please go click it. Yeah, kiss. Good bird. So today is going to be another day like that where we all go outside. Keeps the birds happy and keeps them, honestly, it keeps them quiet. They chirp and they're happy, but they don't scream almost at all outside. They just like, they just sort of like twitter to each other, and they'll do the occasional like loud sound, but they're not like doing like upset shrieky noises like they sometimes do inside if they're not getting enough attention. They seem very happy outside, which makes me happy because it's beautiful out, and I have been so responsible with my sunscreen application. Let me tell you, I reapplied yesterday. I put sunscreen on twice, which it's not the way that I've lived my life up until now. I'm very not good with putting sunscreen on, but I've been trying for like last summer. I put sunscreen on my face all summer, and this summer I'm gonna put it on my face and on my body. Okay, so here's what it looks like when we've got a good stack going, and it doesn't have to be lined up or anything. The birds will go and chew it all apart, and I'll show you after we finish making them what they look like before or what they look like after they're chewed, because they're literally like round cones of like smooth cardboard now. They chew it like all the way around. Ooh. It's very exciting for them. Also, we're going away for a couple of days at the end of the month for a friend's wedding, and we're bringing the birds to their bird sitter's house, and I think this bird sitter is like the best. She's the best. Like her communication can be a little bit like abrasive. Sometimes I feel like she's being rude, but I think she's just direct, so I don't care. Plus she's really good to the birds. Plus she gives a million updates on them. So I'm like, even though parts of me are like, feel a little grated by the communication style, I love that the birds have a safe place to go with people who love birds, and they have a dog and a cat. So like the birds are going into an environment that's like our environment, and the birds know them now. Like the birds are friendly and polite to them now, which is great. It's a husband-wife duo, and they like birds, but they don't want one. And they take great care of them. And they send a million pictures a day. Honestly, I've told her, you can send me like one in the morning and one in the afternoon. I don't mind. She sends me like 40. 10. She sends me like 10 at least. It's basically one an hour for every hour that the birds are awake. Which, again, if that makes her feel good about, like, I'll know the moment something happens, great. I don't need that much update. Update me if there's something wrong or something really, really cute. Anyway, since the birds will be going on a field trip for, what is it going to be? I think it's 3 days. It might just be 2 days, but it might be 3 days. And if it's 3 days, I want to make sure that when they get home, we have something nice for them also, because they're going to be mad at me. If you have parrots, you already know this. If you don't have parrots, you don't know this. Maybe if you have a cat, you have an idea. Have you ever gone away and then you come back and your cat's like mad at you and won't love you for at least a couple days until you come, like until they're like happy that you're home again? Whereas a dog, the minute they see you, it's like you came back from the dead. They missed you and they're happy to see you. Cats missed you and they're mad you left. Dogs miss you and they're happy to see you. Birds miss you and they're mad you left. And they're not going to forgive you right away. And if you try to force forgiveness or force interactions because you're like, I'm your mom, you know me, they'll bite you. And not a little. They'll bite you hard and they'll make you bleed when they're mad. And it pretty much happens for probably a full half day whenever we go on a trip. The whole next morning, it's like, don't even bother trying to interact with them too much because they are going to try to bite you at any opportunity. That's my experience and I'm sticking to it. I don't know how long I need to make this. They like it big though. They like to like climb on them. So I think this is probably a good size. So here's our first toy. I think that's a good size. First finished toy. And then I'll pull it down so it's kind of tight. We want them to, I want it to be feeling like one sturdy piece so they feel safe on it. Right, Pika? I guess this was more string than I really needed. How am I going to do this? I think I'm going to do it underneath a couple of these. Give her a little wrap. And put her around, put her up, put her around. There we go. Oh, also, I had a really productive work day yesterday. I know I've been complaining to you guys lately that I've been feeling really like stuck and uninspired and just sort of like not motivated. I think that I put a lot of stress on myself like emotionally about the hitting 100,000 subscribers. So before that happened, I felt like I had something to aim for, and then as it approached, I felt like anxiety. Anyway, I'm feeling like I have the first steps to get myself back on track. I know I haven't been putting videos out in a while. I'm just trying not to feel guilty about it because it's not going to ruin my life if my YouTube channel slows growth a little. And I'm trying to like say that to myself because it feels like it'll ruin my life. It won't. I am still earning the same amount of money because I have a catalog, but it still feels very stressful sometimes. But anyway, I had a good work day yesterday. Okay, there. Toy number 1, beautiful, gorgeous, ready. Toy number 2. Right, Pika? We need lots of toys for your brother and sister. How's Belgium doing? How's Europe doing? Oh my God, the price of gasoline. Can we all just have a moment of silence for the price of gasoline right now? Because sweet baby Jesus, it's like no joke. Where the heck did I put it?
Is it affecting you?
Rude. Yes, it is. It affects me because it affects. Oh, right. Yeah, it affects me. The price of burgers is insane. Have you bought burgers this year yet? Not like at a fast food joint, at like Costco or like the grocery store. Because let me tell you, holy macaroni, Costco burgers, and Costco's like what, a good deal? Very expensive. I remember when I recall when I was a boy, it was only $11. But when Alex and I lived in Toronto, which wasn't that long ago, we were making burgers all the time because we had a barbecue on our terrace. We lived in a condo in Toronto and it was like amazing. They had so many facilities for you to use at the condos in downtown. Anyway, in that time, It was $8.99 to $11.99. $11.99 was the regular price. $8.99 was the best sale price. $9.99 was the regular sale price. So we would usually buy them at $9.99. We would buy 2 or 3 packs of hamburgers at $8.99, and we would pay $11.99 going, ugh, regular price. Now $24 for the same 8-pack of hamburgers. You know, hamburgers come in an 8-pack for $24. Obviously, if you think about, like, if I was buying it from a small private farm, yes, I understand the price of meat is expensive. However, I'm not talking about, like, good quality small farm. I'm talking about Costco, bulk burgers. I'm talking about the grocery store, Walmart, 8 burgers for $24. So, I guess burgers aren't going to be our major menu item this year. We're going to have to find another major menu item. Unfortunately, Alex loves barbecued burgers. You want to know what happened with the barbecue last night, though? An annoying thing. We were getting ready. Alex went outside, turned the barbecue on. I came outside. I had marinated chicken and potatoes. So the potatoes were cut, peeled, and marinated. The corn was cut, peeled, and marinated. And they had been marinating for hours. Everything's ready. I come outside, I put the stuff on the barbecue, and then I sat down and started talking to Alex, and then Alex said, "Did you turn it off?" "No." "Why?" He said, "It looks like it's off." I opened the barbecue up. It had turned off. The gas ran out 2 minutes after we started. So that was annoying. We had warm, uncooked potatoes and warm, uncooked corn. And I was I was tired. So I said, that's it. Let's just eat snacks for dinner. I'm not making another option. This was the option, a barbecue. So instead, we just ate croissants and drank Diet Coke. It was very university meal coded. Although today we will have corn and potatoes, so it's okay. It's gonna be worth it. These are so hard to get off sometimes. I don't know why, though. There. Oh, I bent it. Who knew? So many uses for knitting needles. Peekaboo is like, "What are we doing, Mom? Why are you doing that?" You want to bite it? No? Very good. Good. Oh, you birds are gonna be so friggin' happy once I give you new toys to destroy. Did you guys get up to anything exciting on Monday or Tuesday? I already told you. I went to the zoo. What else is happening? I have something happening next week. I'm going to a Stitch and Bitch, which is so exciting, with my friend. And I don't know where. I don't know how much the tickets were. I don't know anything. She gave me the date and said, "Let's do this." And I said, "Okay, give me info." And she said, "It's at this date." Stitch and Bitch, Toronto. June 10th. Oh, I'm going to a game. Okay, I'm going to a Blue Jays game. That's cute. Okay. Stitch and Pitch is what it's called. Knit City. Hold on. I'm looking it up, sorry. Okay, hold on. Good morning. Good morning, Michelle. Knitting and crochet at a baseball game. For purposes, any crafts are welcome as long as the supplies are allowed inside the stadium. Okay. That's not a lot of info, but okay. Let's see. No, not July 20th. Hold on. Wow, my eyes are old now. My eyes just have a hard time seeing the screen far away. Officially sold out, the craft and baseball event, yeah. Gather while watching the Blue Jays, okay. It starts at 7. Okay, cool. There's 40 people going, interesting. Okay, so it's 40 people who are going to be knitting. I should bring a good project that looks cute, makes me look interesting. Okay, back to this. Sorry, I had to look up what I'm doing. I'm going to this knitting, crochet, crafting thing. Hey, Alex.
What?
It's actually at the game.
What?
The stitching thing with Cassia.
What?
Yeah, it's at the game.
That's cool.
Yeah, at 7 p.m. Do you want to come? We'd have to get you a ticket, but I'm sure we can find like a basic ticket for you if you want.
To be determined.
Okay.
Because like driving and leaving that place will be insane.
Yeah, it'd be better to take the train.
But even the training will be insane. But yeah, it's better to take the train.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fat. Like sardines.
Yeah.
I'll think about it next one.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Okay. Looks good. Not big enough yet. Need longer toy. Birds need lots. So, I hope you're doing good. I hope that everything's going well for you. Everything's about to go well for me. It's not going well yet, but it's gonna. I can feel it. It's gonna go well for all of us. This summer is gonna be amazing. Hopefully. I mean, the garden's already looking pretty cool, if you ask me. And I cannot wait to see my friggin' poppies bloom. I wonder if we can see when we had our first poppy blooming last year. I know I've said this before. I know I have. Because I know myself. Okay, wait, months. Let's go back to last year this month. July, May. May of 2025. Let's see where the garden was. Okay, May of 2025. Everything's opening up. That looks good, normal, the way we want it to. May 12th. Okay, so we are definitely behind. Let's see if I can find June. To see what June, what are we at, June 3rd? Yeah, my rose campion was already blooming. Little bit of a bummer, if you ask me. Okay, all this stuff looked the same. Hold on. Okay, my coleus is way farther ahead, so that's good. I appreciate that much anyway. Look at me wearing fake nails a year ago. She's so lovely. Okay, I already had salvia blooming at this time. Aw, May 19th is when the onion bloomed last year. Do you want to see how small the onion was last year? Look. She's gotten so much bigger. Here, I'm going to put this into Discord so you guys can see it. Isn't she lovely? I don't know why, but that comes into my head more than once a day. Probably because I gender everything as a her, she, her. I'm with she, her. So whenever I gender anything and I say like, she, isn't she? And then I've got myself all wrapped around it. Okay. Send. Send to the Discord. Okay, so are you ready to see the difference 1 year for an onion can make? Good, because I'm about to show you. I know you're interested. Here's last year's onion, and this was, when was this? May 19th of last year. First of all, the flower was earlier because my flower only started this year. Look, do you see how small these 2 onions are that are beside it? There's 1 big onion and 2 little onions. Now this year, hold on. Now, hold on. Find an onion with your eyes. If you can find an onion. There, look at this one. Look at it now. Look, that's gonna have 3 flowers this year. She's beautiful. She's a big, big Bertha. Okay, let me see if I can find another. Okay, May 25th. May 23rd. How did that go backwards in time? Okay, come on, June. Okay, June, May 28th, Celosia, an iris. I didn't have any irises try to bloom this year. Oh, that's a really pretty coleus. I hope that some of my coleus gets pretty like that. Show me the date. Ooh, that's cute. Okay, hold on. May 29th. All right, we're in May 29th. Now we're May 30th. Okay, June. We're June 3rd today. What was blooming in June? Let me just post all of these into Discord. I think I can just do that. How many? 11, 10. It's fine. I'm not ragey. You're ragey. You can do it, little computer. My phone is a computer, and it just needs a little bit of help sometimes. Okay. And posting in the Discord all my plants. Just taking its time. Oh, these bird toys are worth it. These bird toys are worth it. The birds love these toys, so the bird toys are worth it. All right. Also, it'd be super if you could go ahead and just upload. That'd be great for everyone if you could just go ahead and do that right now. Thank you very much. At the zoo, Elizabeth ran most of the time. Like, I would say probably like 40% of the time that we were there, Elizabeth was like actively running. She just learned to walk. Like, this is a baby. This is a 1-year-old baby. She just learned to walk. And she was just like, actually, all these open spaces, I think I'd rather sprint at full speed. Oh, wait, I don't know how to stop or turn. She can't turn well. So when you're a baby and you don't know how to turn, what the heck, you know? What are you doing going so fast? Okay, hold on. Recent? No, I want it by like months. Recently videos. No, that's not it. I take too many pictures. I can't do it that way. I have to do it this way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh, I have like no freaking, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Ooh, the geranium is way bigger this year. Oh, I can't wait to show you the geranium from last year. There's my onion. Yarrow. Okay, okay. Okay, we're now June 4th. So June 4th of last year, I had way more yarrow flowers on the go. They weren't blooming yet. I think my lupine died. I have a oh, there were already flowers getting ready to open. The poppies, I mean. Hold on a sec. Let me just select a couple more here. Oh, there's 13 selected. That's going to be too many. Please hold. Yeah. Cool. Don't worry about me. I'm figuring this out. Okay, while I figure it out, I want you to see. This was the last week of May of last year, what was blooming. So chamomile had already started blooming, which was weeds. Chamomile that just came up as weeds. There's way more stuff this year, that's for sure. Hold on. Sweet Alyssum was already blooming, so that's good. More Sweet Alyssum already blooming. Look at how much yarrow blossoms we had going. They weren't blooming yet, but look how many there are. That's my point, is that's a way more robust plant pot, which doesn't make sense to me, except that spring was late. It's the only reason. Also, look how big this sunflower already is. It's too big. All right, hold on a sec. Just waiting on it to load. There we go. We got it. So there's my rose campion last year. Do you see how healthy and robust it was? All in the back. Gorgeous. That sunflower, huge. This fern looks the same. I only have one of these beautiful, beautiful plants this year, so that's sad. This is my Clarkia mountain garland. So how big? Look at this. I was so excited about how big this was last year. Look at how big that plant is. That's the geranium. Oh, I'm not doing nothing. Okay. Let's try to hold your breath there for a sec, you. Just deep breathing. Also, look at how close a poppy was to flowering. This was like June 4th. I don't have any poppies that close to flowering. So you saw that geranium. Look at her now. Look at how many flowers. Look at how big the plant has gotten. Oh, I love that. I just love that. So that's that for that. Back to stringing up some bird toys. How you doing today, Michelle? What'd you get up to over the last couple of days? I went to the zoo. Saw a bunch of animals. I didn't realize the Toronto Zoo was Canada's largest zoo. 700 acres is quite large. I know they have a bison herd somewhere. They have like places where the animals can go be like private. They have like the display part of the zoo and then, I don't know, the other part of the zoo where like animals have their quiet time. And like the bison and the giraffes and all of the things that look like horses, they all have like another location to go that has more room, which is great. But the polar bear definitely had pretty severe mental illness, and I know they can't fix that for every animal, and I mean, I don't know, I feel like maybe if an animal has like severe mental illness from being in a zoo, maybe it needs to go to like a nature preserve or something. But the polar bears were clearly in distress. Like it was they were just like, they'd come up to the window where people were and they'd just rock their head back and forth, and like parents would be like, oh look, he's dancing for you, honey. But he would do it for like a long time, like the whole time, like 10 minutes without stopping, and then he would do a circle around the enclosure and then come back and do it for another 10 minutes. It was very I didn't like that part. The polar bears, their enclosure was not big enough. They said it was being renovated, and it was like they were getting a huge upgrade, or are getting a huge upgrade, but it's not going to be done for like a year. So they don't know that. So for them, they just live in a tiny little snow-free location. Also, when we went into where the gorillas were, right? It was hot, like real hot. Like I'm talking, it was probably over 30 degrees Celsius in there and humid because it's supposed to be like Borneo, which is fine. Happy with that. As we're sitting there being like, it's hot in here for us and we don't have fur coats. Do you think it's hot for the gorillas as well? And then we thought, okay, so they've decided this is what's best for gorillas. This is the temperature gorillas will like the best. Is that just because that's where gorillas are from? If we were humans in a zoo, if they put us in a zoo, what temperature would they put us at as our optimal temperature? Because humans are all over the earth. So would they say, well, the most humans are what, in India or China? Are we going to make the temperature an average of the places that are most densely populated? Because if it's densely populated, it obviously means that humans are succeeding there. So then I'm like, do you think the gorillas would appreciate a little bit of air conditioning, or are they actually like thriving in plus 30 degree, 100% relative humidity? Like, what are we doing here? Who is this for? Is this for the gorillas, or is this because we didn't ask any gorillas? Hey, are you guys feeling a little overheated right now? I feel like we need to find a sign language way to ask the gorillas if they're comfortable with the temperature choice. They have a black fur coat on, and they're bigger than us, and it's 30 degrees Celsius with, like I said, 100% humidity. I just feel in my bones that if you asked a gorilla how they felt about the heat, they'd probably be like, I'd like it cooled down a little. It was very hot in there. And I didn't even have fur. I was just like wearing a dress. I was comfortable. And it was hot. It was a little too hot for me. All right, we've got 2 toys down and not too much left. Probably we'll get 4 toys out of this, and that will last us probably a month, maybe 2 months if they're not destructive, because I'm going to be giving them a lot this summer of like toys from outside. I give them like branches and stuff to tear apart. So I might not need a million of these, but 4 of them should get us to a good place. I do also kind of want to make one that has smaller pieces. I know they like the big piece ones, but sometimes it's nice to have something a little smaller. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? You know? I know you're ner. Okay. There. And then we'll put this like this. Tie us a nice little knot for it to hang by. Now we can start loading them up. I'm going to actually just cut these a little smaller though, because they're kind of big. I was mostly just cutting them to get all the cardboard like in one spot. So, and I sharpened all my scissors because I got a knife sharpener finally. I have a whetstone somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I think it's with our camping gear. So I didn't want to find it because I wasn't able to find it. So I got a knife sharpener and I am so pleased. I sharpened all of my scissors, all of my knives, except my serrated knives, obviously. Can you sharpen a serrated knife? I don't know, but you can definitely sharpen all those other ones, and they look so nice now that they're all super sharp, super dangerous looking. Literally, like, can slice through paper. I sliced a tomato. Do you ever watch those infomercials when you were young that were showing off how sharp a knife was, and they would slice a super thin slice off a tomato? That's what I did, and it felt very satisfying, if I do say so myself. All right, that should do it. You know what else I was thinking? I started watching this show with Alex called Margot's Got Money Problems, and it's got Michelle Pfeiffer in it as the mother in the show, and it's got, what is his name? I can't recall his name. The guy he plays in Parks and Recreation. He's a woodworking guy. Anyway, you'd know him if you saw him. He's in it too, and so is Dakota Fanning's sister, Elle Fanning. Anyway, it's a fine whatever show. There's a little bit more boob than I think is necessary in it, but like, it's fine. It's not, and not like sexual boob, like just showing boobs as like a side thing that has nothing to do with the scene. That happens quite a few times where I'm like, okay, I get it, but also like, you could have just like hinted at there being boobs. You didn't actually have to show. I think Elle Fanning wanted to show off her boobs, is what a lot of the scenes felt like. Because in the show, she's like a young mother, a single mother. She gets pregnant via her professor in university, drops out of university to get a job to raise the kid and stuff. And it's like through the struggles of doing that and all the ways that she like comes into her own. But like there will be scenes where she's just like walking around and her boobs are just out. And I understand they're trying to be like, look, her boobs are bigger because she's had a baby and she's getting used to that. But like, I don't need to see Elle Fanning's full frontal boobs like that often. I feel like one time was fine, but like it's been like 4 or 5 times that we've seen her whole boobs for a non-sexual reason, and then a few additional times for sexual reasons. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it felt to me like Elle Fanning wanted to be not wearing a shirt in scenes. Like, I'll do the show if you let me have my tits out at least a few times. Like, that's what it felt like looking at it. To me. I'm not an intellectual when it comes to film and cinema, but still. Anyway, the show seems pretty fun. Michelle Pfeiffer is in it, and that got me thinking about Hairspray, because they showed her singing in one scene, and she's, like, bad in the scene. And I was like, Michelle Pfeiffer, I'm pretty sure she can sing. She was in Hairspray. But then that also made me think, John Travolta can't sing. I mean, he can. He sang in Grease. He just wasn't very good in Hairspray. Anyway, thank you for coming on my rabbit hole rant. Thank you for being here today. Erg. Let's see if I can get the needle all the way back through. Oh, yeah. Nice. Almost. Almost. There. Good, good, good. My birds are going to be very happy. Or at least they'll be less crazy. Alright, just a few more here. I'm going to cut these ones too because they're a little bit too big. I'm making a small one now. Oh yeah, you hear that? Ready? Here, I'll do it for you again. I know it's a good sound. You want to hear one solid straight one? Delicious. I feel like that panda who's breaking bamboo making a face. There. Actually, let's stab them all on first. Onto our knitting needle. Very important tool for bird toy making. I cannot wait till we have a room for the birds that I can like put laminate or tile on the floor so that it's just like a mop every day over under their cage. Right now we have like a interlock foam floors underneath the bird cages just so that they're not pooping on the floor of the home. And then we also have pee pads on top of those so that I don't have to deal with mopping as often. And I'm still washing, like spot cleaning every single day, but by having the pee pads and the interlock foam, they're like puzzle pieces, but they're for like kids' floors. Because we have that, it's made it a lot easier. I don't have to mop nearly as much because the mess stays really contained that way, and I feel like that works best. But one day I would like for us to have either like a concrete floor underneath their room or tile or laminate. Something that can be like washed aggressively with soap water and a sponge or soap water and a brush. Something that can be scrubbed, not hardwood. Because once in a while when you have birds, you really have to like get in there. They make a mess. They make a real good mess. And even if you think you've cleaned it, like regular weekly cleaning, you haven't. There's more. There's more and it's hidden and you need to find it. So someday I will have a room for them. It'll probably still be the living room, but a room for them that will be fully accessible. There will be ropes all over the room that allow them to climb to different areas of the room that they like. What else will it have? It will have all kinds of toys all over the place. It will have feeding stations that are kind of covered or surrounded in glass or plastic so that they can eat and be messy without it getting everywhere. I had to put plastic up on the wall back here, or like it's a pee pad that like lines the wall so that when they shake their heads when they eat messy stuff, it doesn't just get all over our wall. Okay, here's another toy ready for the birds. Just one for the birds. Isn't that a thing people say? I don't know what people, but I've it's for the birds. Whatever, what does that mean? For something to be for the birds. Okay, pull through. You can do it. Pull through the whole thing. There you go. Okay, come on again. Okay, let's try again. Nope. Well, there we go. Lovely. Just gonna make it work. I need to figure out what I'm gonna bring to that stitch and pitch now. What'll I do? I should get a knitting project. I feel like knitting is cooler than crochet. Not literally, I obviously prefer crochet personally. It's a good craft, but I mean like it's like cooler like how the popular kids are cooler. Not cooler like actually cooler, because what's cool is not worrying about being cool, but alas. It's not for me to decide. Alright, alright, alright. Here we go. Toy number 3. Okay, I've damaged my scissors. Good. Toy number 3 complete. 1, 2, and 3. Gorgeous cardboard toys. These will keep my parrots happy for 2 weeks. I feel like each one lasts 2 weeks, but I usually put out 2 or 3 at a time. So all of these will probably be gone in a month. I usually have to make them every month or every other month. That's how we do it in this house. This would be a good thing to make your kids do. This would also be a good thing to do for if you had a classroom, if you were a teacher. Julia, tune in. If you're a teacher and you're trying to teach kids how to care about the environment, you could have them do this and then donate it to the aviary. We have an aviary in our town that is like for birds that get removed. Like sometimes people have birds that are not legal, so they get removed from people's homes. And then also when people die and don't have a plan in place for their parrots, they go to the aviary. Also, you can donate. It's not called donating. It's like donating, but you have to pay for it. You can donate your bird after you die to the aviary, but it's like they inherit it. It's not like you're donating it. You have to pay for it. But I love that. I love that idea of you could like pay an insurance fee so that if you die, your birds have a safe, loving, bird-featured place to go. Because like obviously anyone can bare minimum take care of a bird, but doesn't it sound good that if you're gonna die and leave your birds behind, you have to leave them to an aviary? That sounds great. I feel like that should just be like the base plan. But kind of with all pets. Oh, your pet died? It's going to a nature reserve for pets that had their owners die. Oh no, you're gonna keep it? No, it has to go to the nature reserve where it can be with other people who love that kind of animal and cannot wait to do anything but hang out with them. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if our dogs all went to a farm when we died? Where people really like that kind of dog. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. In it. Is that going to be long enough? That is going to be long enough. We don't need it to be longer than we need it to be. And that's just the way of the world. And we don't need the little hangy bit to be very long because I clip these onto a carabiner. So it's less... Are you dumb? I literally did something so dumb. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just... Don't worry. We'll just untie this knot. And we'll be good to go. By the way, how's Discord? How's Twitch? That's what I meant to say. Hi, everybody. Hello, viewers watching in Twitch. Hello, viewers watching on Facebook. And hello, viewers watching in YouTube. I am here on all 3 platforms, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. I'm here. I'm hanging out. You should join me. Usually I'm crocheting or knitting or painting or drawing or sewing or embroidering or embroidering. I don't know why that sounds weird. Embroidering. I'm just embroidering. I'm embroidering. Embroidering or embroidering. I am here. I am late. I am here. I am late. I am valid. I'm here as well. Welcome to Christine. Thank you. It rhymed with the machine, so I just want everyone. That craft, though. We love that craft. We love taking care of the birdies. We love giving our animals enriching lives. We love to entertain our pets. If you like that, join us. Okay, well, hold on now. Try not to drop all the pieces to the puzzle we're making. All right. Calling out my name, I was surprised for a second. Milky Way Cupcakes. Hey there, Milky Way Cupcakes. We have another Christine. Is your name Christine too? Welcome. Welcome. Christine came in YouTube, into our YouTube chat. Hey all. Hey there, Katrina. Good morning. Wow, Laura, you have one job to do. Pay attention. Stay focused. Hi, bird. Hey all, I hope everyone is well. I am doing pretty good, if I do say so myself. I am more or less not depressed, more or less not anxious, and more or less healthy. That's all we can ask. That's all we can ask. We want basic mental health, basic physical health. We don't need to be the best of the best of the best, sir. We just need to be surviving out here, right, Toblerone? Oh, what a guy. He barfed in our bed. That's what I woke up to yesterday. That was super fun. He didn't eat the day before, and then he was acting all weird and being, like, unhappy. And he was still drinking water, and he still peed and pooed. He just didn't want to eat, so I figured his stomach was upset. Went to bed, woke up. He had barfed in the bed, was completely fine after barfing in the bed. We had to go to a laundromat yesterday, which we haven't had to do in over a decade, because we've since then lived in a house that has had, that's awesome. Praise God. That's difficult, definitely. We had to go to a laundromat to wash our entire bedding. We had to wash our duvet, our mattress cover. Thank God it didn't go through the mattress cover. Our duvet, our mattress cover, our blanket, and our duvet cover. It was 3 large washing machines at the laundromat. We used the biggest one, which said it could hold 9 loads of laundry. It could just hold our duvet. So I was like, my duvet isn't 9 loads of laundry. Anyway, the point was we wanted to get it all done at once. It took 25 minutes to do the load of laundry, and then it took an hour to dry. All of that stuff. So we were an hour and a half to do that load. Toby was fine. My blankets have never been so clean because I've been washing each of these blankets in my laundry machine for years. Like, we've had these blankets for years, and we've had these blankets before we even moved into this place. So we've been washing them in our regular laundry machines. It's fine. The blankets are too big for the laundry machine, but overall they're clean enough. I've even done, like, soaking them in the bathtub and then wash them in the washing machine before. But this time I was like, I need to know that it's fully vomit free. I really don't like dog vomit. It's really not for me. So, poor little fellow, I know. Anyway, he's fine now. He's literally totally fine. He ate breakfast this morning with no trouble. But anyway, so yesterday after work, we went to the laundromat and we washed all of our bedding. And then we came home and we put away all of our laundry. I'm talking like 4 loads of laundry that had been washed and left in laundry bins after making the bed. Oh my God. Okay. You didn't ask, but I'm about to tell you my whole thing here. I made a crochet blanket that's too big for our machine. Also, I have to take it to the laundromat, right? So when we got home, I took everything that was still on the bed off the bed. I washed the pillowcases and the sheets while we were at the laundromat in our laundry machine, so they went into the dryer. And then I took my vacuum downstairs and I vacuumed my mattress, which, if you've never done that, just for fun, do it. Just for fun. And if you're like, Laura, it didn't do anything, I can't see a difference. Get yourself a pair of pantyhose or a thin pair of black underwear or a thin pair of black socks and put it over the tube, but not on the side where you're working with it. Like, put it between the machine and the tube. You know where the tube attaches to the vacuum? Put something in between that space that's thin and fabric. And you'll see all the stuff that comes out of your mattress that way. I did that the first time and it disgusted me. And when I say it's like a lot, I'm talking like it's several teaspoons of dust that comes out of the mattress when you vacuum it. So I vacuumed the hell out of my mattress. I stomped around on it and then I vacuumed it again. And then I went over the whole thing with the little tubey part of the vacuum. It was just very efficient and effective. It wasn't efficient. It was actually very tedious, but it was worth it. Then I made the bed again. You know, I did the mattress cover, or is it a mattress cover or a mattress pad? It's a pillow top mattress pad. I don't know why I called it a mattress cover, because it covers the mattress also. Anyway, I put the mattress cover on. I put the sheets on. I did the duvet cover, duvet blanket, got the bed all made and beautiful. And then I poured 4 loads of clean laundry onto the bed. And Alex and I spent an hour before bed just folding and putting away everything. Now I have a full drawer and a full hanging closet of clean clothes, which is amazing. I don't know how we still have a laundry bin that has dirty clothes in it. I'm assuming it's got things that are large, because I don't know how there could be any more clothes. Every time we put away a large amount of laundry like that, I think to myself, I need to get rid of all of my clothes except 5 things. But I don't know which 5 things to keep, because I wear all of my clothes. I just don't want to wash that much. I feel like I just need a uniform. Like 1 pair of jeans that I wear every day and that's it. And if they're dirty, that means I'm not getting dressed, you know? We did that 2 days ago. It feels amazing. It does feel amazing to get it all put away, but it would feel even more amazing to have less, I think. I would just like to have like 10 pairs of socks, and that's it. And 10 pairs of underwear, and that's it. And you know what I mean? Like, just have enough, just socks and underwear to get going, and then clothing-wise, have like 3 shirts and 2 bottoms. Like, but I can't. I don't know how to downsize it, because I like all my stuff, and I like wearing all of it, and when I dress, sometimes I don't want, I have a style that I want to maintain, and then I have a style that isn't a style, and it's just my body being comfortable, and they don't look good. Those 2 things don't look alike. Like, I dress like Adam Sandler to be comfortable, and then I dress like a girl to be cute, but those don't match. Those 2 things that I dress like don't match, so I have like 2 wardrobes. And also, like, my boobs don't look good without a bra anymore, so I can't even do just wear like a dress with no bra. Like, I can't do that anymore, so it requires me to have like more thought about an outfit. Not ideal, but you know, such is life. I turned 34 hard, man. 34 hit me like it was sneaking up on me with a sucker punch. By the way, in case you came late and you didn't see, I got my skin cancer burned off. It's not really cancer. I just keep calling it that because she called it precancerous lesion. And I'm like, Is my whole body a precancerous lesion in that case? Is it like being like, you're not a customer now, but you will be in the future? Anyway, she burned it off, and now I don't have any precancerous lesion on my chest, which is great. And she burned one off on my head, so I don't have any precancerous lesion on my head. What is it? What is, okay, a precancerous lesion? Because I said, so is it cancer or no? And she said, well, no, but like, kind of. And I was like, cool, so like, no. And she was like, well, no, like, you don't have to do anything about it. But if I don't burn it off now, eventually it would become cancer, and then it would have to be cut off instead of burned off. And I was like, okay, burn it off, doc. The heck do I know? Do you think that's big enough? It's a little one, but it's probably big enough. I can make it bigger. Michelle, good. Agreed. Yay, Katrina says yes. So if you're seeing this big dot, that's, if you're seeing it, if you're watching, you're seeing the big dot. But it's healing. And the doctor said, because they were brown, they were 2 brown spots. I had a brown spot. You can still see the brown right here. I had a brown spot here and a brown spot here, and she liquid nitrogen burned it off, and it turned into a vicious blister. It really did. She said, it's going to look like you got burned. And I was like, okay. She wasn't joking, though. I literally, it like looked like a burn. Like it hurt like a burn after the sensation started coming back. And then it bubbled and blistered like it was burnt, like from hitting something hot. And the one on my head peeled off in a day. Easy peasy. The one on my chest is like open. It looks like an open wound. It's very not pretty, and it doesn't feel nice. But today is the day that I have to have it air out. I've been having it underneath a blister patch, like a hydrocolloid patch. And that's been doing really well. It's been making it stay like moist, and apparently that'll make it heal better. But what my doctor said, what the dermatologist said, is that now that they've been burned off, they should heal back to 0, not back to a little brown spot. Because the one on my chest, I was feeling like looking like an old lady. Not that it's bad to look like an old lady, but I'm 34. Like, having age spots is a bit early. I know it's from not protecting my skin from the sun, but I still don't want them. Anyway, she said it's going to disappear, and then I won't have it at all. So it's not going to go back to being brown and non-cancerous. It's going to go back to being regular skin color. So that's pretty exciting, if I do say so myself. And it made me want to go back and be like, hey, could you just hit all of my age spots real quick? If you could just hit all of the age spots I have, that'd be super. Do you think that's big enough now? Yeah, I think that's going to be big enough because I need to make the next one still big enough to make sense. Cool. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. Anyway, I'm happy about that, and I'm also really looking forward to having it heal, and I'm hoping it'll be all the way healed by my friend's wedding, so that I don't have a big open wound on my chest. Is there something to turning 34, though? I'll be turning 34 in November, and I feel like my body changed overnight. Yep, that's what I think. I think that something happens in your body when you turn 30, and then it really starts picking up at 33. Let me tell you, the number of... They're not even injuries. The number of hurts I have, aches, pains. It hurts to sit right now, Katrina. I injured my tailbone. I thought that I had like injured myself somehow. So I was trying to rack my brain for what I did. I cannot figure it out for the life of me what happened. But I've injured my tailbone to the point where if I'm sitting for more than a couple of hours, it hurts to stand, and then it hurts to sit the next time I sit, and then I can't stay seated anymore. It's like after the stream, once I stand up, I'm going to have to be up for a couple of hours because of the pain in my lower back. It's my tailbone. It literally feels like it's right above where my butt crack ends, and it hurts so bad. I never fell. I didn't sleep weird. I just turned 34. That's what happened. That's all. So I think that your body just begins to shut down. You hit 34 and your body goes, oh, I think this is the end of the line for me. And then you have to decide not to have it be the end of the line and be like, actually, no, there's still like, I'm probably halfway. I think I would like to have it function at least a little longer. Doesn't that seem like rude? You know? I don't know, man. I'm just thinking. It's rough. It's rough out here for a lady in her 30s. Especially a childless lady in her 30s. It's actually not that rough. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice to be a childless woman in your 30s, I will say. My coccyx, exactly. My coccyx is hurting, and I did not injure myself. I do not have a tumor. I did not overstress it. I do not have hemorrhoids. I do not have polyps. I do not have colorectal cancer. So I don't know the other reasons that I could have just injured my tailbone doing literally nothing. I'm trying to explain. I did literally nothing. The only other thing is that I have bad posture and I sit a lot. So that's probably the reason, is that I have bad posture and I sit a lot. So now I have to sit different. You can't tell right now, but I'm sitting forward so that it doesn't hurt. And it's stupid and I hate it. And it happened for no reason. At least if I got hurt, I would have a reason. Like, being in pain because I am injured does not upset me. Being in pain for no reason is where I'm upset. Yesterday, Alex came up to me and he was trying to ask, like, how I'm feeling. But instead, he put his hands on my back and he said, and he went like this, all of this. He was gonna say, how's your shoulder? Because that's been that's the thing that's causing me the most pain day to day right now, is my shoulder. But now my tailbone has caught up to it. So my shoulder and my tailbone are competing for pain. And that's great. It's just super. We love managing pain. And then it's like, how's your pain today? How do you explain that to someone? It's like Alex said, how are you doing? And I was like, I'm good. I had such a good day. And he meant, oh, I meant like your back. How's your pain? And I was like, oh, it's really painful. We walked all day. I'm in a lot of pain. And he was like, do you want to do anything about it? And I was like, I mean, like, not really. This is just the way it is. It's just, it hurts. It hurts to be me. You know what, though? My doctor can't really say it's because you're fat anymore, because I definitely have lost weight. I don't know how much, because I don't weigh myself, but I looked at pictures of me from last summer with Julia, and I have a visible difference in how much, like, fat I have on my face. So my doctor can't be like, oh, try losing weight, then you'll be cured. That's my doctor's favorite way to cure illness. It's, here are painkillers and stop being fat. Do you have chest pains? It's probably something that you should take these painkillers for. And if that doesn't help, then stop being fat. Thank you, doctor. And can I have that written down as your medical opinion? Thank you. Also, this is the same doctor who looked at this spot on my chest and said, it looks suspicious, but not sinister. I don't think we need a derm yet. And then when Alex was going to the dermatologist, I said, please get me an appointment too. So she did. And then the doctor said, you have 2 precancerous lesions. So maybe I need a new doctor. Good luck with that. It's Ontario. If you have a doctor, that's the doctor that you have. If you don't like your doctor, sucks to suck, because there's not a lot of them available. You get what you get. It's like the cat distribution system. In Ontario, we have the doctor. No, there's not even a distribution system. There's no distribution system at all. All right, last toy is almost finished. Gonna make my bird very happy. Ta-da! This one's small, but that's okay. It'll still work amazingly for the purpose we need, which is distracting a bird. I love giving them these things when people come over. I actually just put it in their cage when people come over, and then I leave it in there for the whole thing till they destroy it. Would you like to see what it looks like after it's destroyed? Because I have to change the ones that are in their cage right now out. They are just sort of mangled now, but the birds love them. They really do. Okay, there. We've got new toys. Let me show you. Oh, see, I've been sitting for too long. So now when I take weight off of my butt, it hurts all up my back. Super normal. Super 35 years old. Okay. Where's your chew toy. Okay, here's one. Look at this. This is what they turn it into. So let's look for one of a similar length. Maybe this one's better. Look at this. Before, after. See how much they love them? Isn't that crazy? They fully chomp it down into this. Just with their beaks. That's how they make sure that they're nice and sharp for, you know, when it's time to bite me. Now I can just pull out a new one, strap it to the carabiner, and then give it to the birds. See? I got you guys new ones. You want to try it out? You test it? Whoa, sorry. There. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. That's a lot to say. Oh my goodness, okay. Yeah. What do you think? You're welcome. You're welcome, Gary. Thank you. Can you give it a kiss? Kiss. How about me? Can you give me a kiss? Kiss. Kiss. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You hear that? Oh my gosh. Here, you guys can inspect all of the new toys and tell me if they're okay before I put them away, okay? Here. Oh my gosh, the gossiping in this house right now. Did they just say thank you? Yes, he did just say thank you. He did. Yes, he did. You're welcome. You're welcome, Gary. Sweet boy. He's not a sweet boy. He's a menace. But I love him anyway. Ugh. I hope you enjoy it. Did you see I put them all over here? Look. See this one? Whoa. 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 What will you do? What are you gonna do? Harassment. Bird harassment. That's what I do. I'm just playing with you so you know they're toys. Don't you worry about it. Stop. I know. That's what I'm saying. They're smart. My bird said thank you when I gave him a toy because he's a person. I'm telling you, it's crazy, right? I know. It makes me obsessed with them, even though they're difficult pets to keep. And they are, like, annoying sometimes. Annoying's not even the right word. They're disruptive. Annoying makes it sound like it's a bad thing. It's more that they're disruptive. It's not bad. It just is something that you will have as a parrot person, a disruptive animal. But, God, when they say thank you for things, stop. Toby wags his tail, and that's enough for me, but the bird's actually, like... Gary's all excited. He's sharpening his beak on his tree. Okay, hold on. 2, 1, 2, 1. Back to crochet, as you can see. We're going to be working on the sleeve, the second sleeve of the sweater. And I think I'm doing every other row increases, right? Or no? I guess not. Hold on. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it's makes me feel some kind of way. Look how happy they are. Hold on, let me do this so you can see them. There they are. See them crunching on their new toys. That happy noise. I love it. Oh. You got itchy ear, mister? Yeah. Hello? What are you doing? Why did you stop? I've run out of yarn. Oops, I've lost a bowl of yarn. They're so happy. I know. They are happy. They're going to be even happier later because we're going to go outside and I'll bring new toys for them and they'll be outside with new toys, which is going to be so fun. Yesterday they had so much fun outside. Like I'm telling you, they were like, we are wild birds. We are outside. They were just chatting and chatting and chatting. Vivi cute. They're so happy. Katrina, I'm glad that you find joy in it. I also find so much joy in when they are happy and chittery and chattery. Look at them ripping up that toy. I don't know what it is about cardboard. It must just be the perfect texture, but they go ham on cardboard. It must feel like bark or something, you know, like for a wild bird. It does something that they love. A behavior that they really like doing is tearing up cardboard. Anywho, I'm glad that job is done. And we still have an hour left to work on the crocheted sweater, which is great. It's not going to be done this week, unfortunately. I don't think I'm going to have time to finish it. But we can get a good amount of work done. Probably we could finish the sleeve, and then next week we can put the whole thing together. That's my hope. That's probably an exaggeration, though. I'm thinking realistically it's going to be the week after that. Why does this happen? Stay on. Stay on. Anyway, yeah, I don't think it's going to be finished for a while, but we'll try. We'll get as much done as we can. I'm going to just tilt the screen down so you can see what I'm working on again. I know you understand. The birds are there. They're having a good time. I wonder if I could convince them instead to rip up the ones on the other cage so that they could be closer and you could see them. It's so cute when they're doing stuff. I will say it is a messy toy though. They tear it up and leave pieces everywhere. But do you hear how quiet they are? If you give them something to do that they're excited about, it'll keep them going for half an hour. Let's see how long before they need a nap. Usually after they play like this, they need a nap and then they wake up from their nap and they're ready to scream. Okay, we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay. Okay. 1 and 2. How are my Twitch viewers doing this morning? Everything looking good on your end? Let's see. Check the Twitch stream. Make sure everything's loading nice. Excellent quality. Good. We love an excellent quality. And then YouTube's still looking good. Oh, excuse me. There we go. So the next hour will be crochet. And we can talk more about the garden. There's always more garden talk to be had. I'm so happy this job is done. I hate doing cardboard toy day. I don't hate it. It's just like tedious and it's something I have to do. So it doesn't feel fun when I have to do it. So thank you for letting me do it on the live stream so that we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Also, does it look so boring with no plants in the background? I mean, those aren't real. Those are, well, they're real, but like those are cut hosta leaves. These are cuttings. These are fake plants, and those are fake plants. But there's no actual plants in the background anymore, and I feel like it looks kind of bad. I'm used to there being like an actual jungle around me, so let me know if you hate it, and then I can bring some plants back into the background from outside. It's just they're all happy outside, so I want to leave them out. How many rows am I doing here? 7 or 8 probably. Anywho. Yeah. The background is empty because all of those happy plants are outside. Most of them are still in the shade, but soon they will be transitioning into partial sun. And then some of them, like the lemon tree, will soon be transitioning into full sun. Oh, you can't see Toby. I promise he's here with me. You good boy. You're so small. Hi. Hi. You're so little. You're just a little fella. I feel like I told you guys everything that happened. I actually didn't tell you anything about the zoo yet, though. We brought... What did we bring? We made a pizza and brought a pizza. We brought some Diet Coke and some desserts and some granola bars and some peaches, and we just had a great time. I was gonna ask where all the plants went, so sorry, I'll stop spamming your chat now. I'm happy to have you spam the chat. At least then I'm not just talking to the void. I'd rather be talking to you guys than the void. So don't even apologize for spamming the chat. And yeah, the plants go out in the summer, come back in the fall, and usually they're bigger than when they left, which is fine, but it also means that I will need more room. Every fall I find that my apartment seems to get smaller and smaller because the plants that come inside have doubled in size. So hopefully we can figure that out by the time winter comes around. Pray for me. That is going to be something I need help for. I think I might need to just buckle down and get some, like, shelves. Like a built-in or something, but not a built-in, you know? Louisa, I'm here lurking. Happy to have you, Louisa. Always happy to have the lurkers. You're welcome to lurk. Please just remember to click the thumbs up button so that the YouTube algorithm knows that you were here. Even if you're not hanging out in the chat today. Please and thank you. Louisa, I already know you did, though. Right, Tobe? Nice. I don't think I'm gonna have enough yellow to do anything that I want in this sweater. 1, 2. 1, 2. Lordy, lordy, lordy. You guys should have been here last week. I ended up leaving early. Louisa and I were here, and it was just Louisa and I. Like, literally, on the, you know, where it says how many people are viewing, it was 1. It was just me and Louisa for a good hour, just hanging out. And I was like, did the world forget that I live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m.? Or did I just completely fall off of the algorithm? And then I left because I was like, sorry, Louisa, I would like to go hang out with my niece. And Louisa was like, I get it. Was that Wednesday or Friday? It was recently. All I know is I was over it. But I see we've got a little group in today. I'm happy to see you all. Share with your friends. Bring your online communities over here. We like to craft together, and we need together for it to be crafting together. Look at, they're still going hard, excited on their new toy. Do you see? She's like trying to kill it. That makes me happy though. And they're going brr, brr, happy bird noises. And then after they chew all this up, they'll sit somewhere and they'll just sharpen their beaks. They'll crunch their beaks together to sharpen them, and they'll sit there and have a little nap. That's what birds be doing. I feel like I'm touching the table when I'm crocheting, and it's making the camera shake. 1 sec. It was Friday. Okay. Oh, and then I missed Monday. Lame. Well, I'm glad you came today. And I'm glad the birds are happy. I'm gonna need teal next. Yeah, there's definitely not enough yellow, unfortunately. I think we're like out of luck. Okay, increase, 1, 2, and now the next one has an increase. Beautiful, absolutely lovely. 1, 2. Good, beautiful. Right? Confirm? Where's my increase? Increase, 1, 2. Hold on, where are my increases? How often? 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Okay, cool. We're just doing it every third row. Increase row, 2 normal row. Increase row, 2 normal row. We'll get there. But not the way we think we will. I think I will get up to here, and then this will have to all be different. I also want to make peekaboo one of those things, but for scratching. Like a cardboard scratch thing. I've seen people make them where they like lay a lot of pieces of cardboard one on top of the other, and then they secure them together and it makes a scratch post somehow. I haven't looked it up very difficultly. I haven't looked it up very intricately. That's not the right word either. I haven't gone into detail when looking it up. I've just seen it and then gone, huh, that seems like a cool idea. Cardboard cat scratch post. Peekaboo does love her cat scratch post. We have one in our bedroom. Every night before bed, she comes in, she gives her claws a good sharpening, and then she comes into bed and makes biscuits. Are you having fun? You gonna get to the middle? Enjoy! I wish I could like put treats in the cardboard so that they were foraging for something instead of just like doing the action. That would be cool, but unfortunately it's not really that kind of toy. Okay, increase, 1, 1, and we're on an increase. Gorgeous. I also think I'm going to be taking a content break soon. I haven't decided when, but I think I'm going to take a content break, which means I'm going to like not watch any videos or do any social media. I'll still be here. You won't see a change, but I'm going to try and do it so that I can get more work done for a couple of weeks. But I'm also like, I don't want to do it. It's like the mature, rational person inside my brain is like, this is a good idea. And then the person who's been living in my body for years is like, I don't know. I think maybe we should just continue the way we've been going. But no, it'll do better for us to take a break. So I'm going to take a social media break. I just haven't described the parameters around it yet. So we'll deal with that when it's time. It won't affect the streams though, so don't you worry. Your pretty little head. My computer is making the craziest loud noise right now. I think we should have like a 10-minute quiet time. What do you think? Should we do a 10-minute quiet time? Hold on. Let's start with a nice fresh song. I'll turn the music up a little bit. If it's too loud and it's upsetting, you let me know, but that way I can just sit here quietly. your food being stared at or something? Oh, right, I moved your food so people wouldn't take it. Here, you can have it back. Peekaboo was looking at it, so I decided to move it. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey there, Katrina. I could only pop in for a minute, but it was nice hanging out. Praying for your continued good health, thank you, and your channel success, thank you. I definitely need the push from any and all directions, so thank you very much. Appreciate you, Katrina. And we will see you anytime that you come back. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. That's when you're going to find me here. Okay, can you... You two are going to be on one side. Why are you on this side and you're on that side? That's not good. One, two, three. Did I do one too many for you? What's that all about? You're here and you're here, yeah? Then why would you guys connect on this side? If you're here. Do I have one too many? 1, 2... 1, 2, 3. Am I crazy? I'm not crazy. That's 3 rows. 1. And those are half doubles. And this is 3 rows. I'm not crazy. So how would it be on this side then? Oh, it is on both. Okay. What's going on over here then? Is that just a dead row? Oh, this is just where the yellow is ripped. Okay, that's fine. This is where the yellow is. Okay, good, good. We're okay. All is well. No need to panic. Everything's okay. And now we're switching into teal, which is great. We love a good teal. By the way, hello Twitch, hello YouTube, and hello Facebook. Nice to see you all here. Welcome. Happy to have you. It is Wednesday, June 3rd. Happy June! You know, we're still on our way to it being later before the sun goes down, but only a few more days and then it's going to switch the other direction again. Alex keeps reminding me because he hates that the 21st. Is the music louder? I have volume to max to hear you. The music is louder because I wasn't talking for a minute. But there, I can turn the music back down. I turned it up because I wasn't really talking and I didn't want you guys to just have to sit here in silence, staring at me in silence. And then I decided to start talking again. As you do. A never-ending midnight sun. All right. Okay. And then chain 1 and turn. I'm now on the teal. And hopefully, let me see, make sure the first teal row is 2. Yes, it is. And I'm doing just 2 rows, yep, of teal. And it's gonna look so good, and it's gonna I'm gonna be all caught up, and then the sweater will be able to be finished. That's one thing I do love about sleeves. They're such a good place to start on a crocheted sweater because you get to see the growth right away, which feels very encouraging. To be able to be like, look, I can see how this is going to be a sleeve. See? It's gonna be so cute. Hopefully. I think it'll be great. Do you ever have to do that just to get your back to crack? This is my new favorite way to crack my back. And it just like pops. My shoulder and my back just pop out. You know, totally normal. I've dropped yarn all over the floor today. How annoying. You know what I also did yesterday while Alex was out on his afternoon walk? I washed all of the dishes and I put the bed back together before he came home. This is so itchy, but I can't itch it, so I have to itch around it. Nice. I washed all the dishes, so today there are no dishes in the sink and none in our dish drying rack either. Everything is clean and washed and dried and put away, which is such a nice feeling. So I think that means I'm going to cook something nice today. I kind of want to cook a whole trout. Let's see what the internet says about how I'm going to cook a whole trout. How to cook a whole trout. Baking in the oven or cooking on the grill. Oh, that would have been nice. Preheat the oven. Ensure the trout is scaled, gutted, rinsed clean. Pat it completely dry. Season it and stuff it. Good. Place the trout on a baking sheet for 10 minutes. Add hot water. Bake for 10 minutes. That's it? 20 minutes in the oven? I do wish that I could have grilled it. That would have been nice. Clean your grill grates and oil them generously to prevent sticking. Okay, well, I don't have the barbecue today because we do not currently have propane. We have to go pick up propane. Trout, I love rainbow trout. Rainbow trout is like, well, I don't know if it's rainbow trout that I like the best. That's the one that we always have access to. I want to catch rainbow trout to eat them. But I have a beautiful trout, and it was $3 at the grocery store. A beautiful whole trout. And they had an in-store special that day on fillets of rainbow trout and on whole rainbow trout. So I got a bunch of huge fillets, and then I was like, I'm going to get a whole trout. I don't care. I can do it. So for like $3, that's dinner. So that's a great price per meal, if you will. And trout is also delicious. If you are someone who likes salmon, and sometimes when cooking salmon, you don't like the way it makes your house smell, try trout. It tastes almost the same as salmon, a little leaner, but like honestly, flavor-wise, you could totally swap trout in a salmon dish. I know people are like, salmon fancy. I don't know why they're not saying trout fancy, because trout is delicious. And the skin is delicious. Like I cook the fish skin on, and it gets all crispy like chicken skin. Delicious. Highly recommend. I'm still hoping that I will be able to get perch to put in the freezer. I would really like to cook home caught perch this winter. I would love to pull some yellow perch out of the freezer and cook it for dinner and be like, I caught these. That's something on my list. Alex and I have to go get my fishing license. Now I have waders, so I'll be able to go into the water, which is exciting. But I want to catch perch and I want to catch trout. Those are the two that I'm interested in. I will be happy if I catch a largemouth or smallmouth bass that is big enough to eat, but mostly I want to eat trout. If I could have enough trout to have trout every week, I would. But I can't catch that many. Either because it's not part of the license or because I'm not that skilled. Both are true. You got me excited, Louisa. Now I am going to make trout tonight. Thank you. Thank you. But am I going to make trout, whole trout or trout fillets? I think I'm going to do whole trout. I kind of want to do it on the barbecue, though. Wouldn't that be fun? A whole fish on the bobby? Plus my lemon thyme and my sage are like actively ready to have some harvesting done on them. So I can pull a little bit of lemon thyme, a little bit of sage. That'll be nice. Yeah. By the way, thank you guys for clicking the thumbs up button. Appreciate you. If you haven't yet, please do. It helps the channel grow, and you're already here, so please click the thumbs up button. Plus, look, that's a silver play button. I'm a real live YouTuber. Definitely worth subscribing. 100,000 people have thought that it's worth subscribing, so one of us, join us. Join the last minute Laura crew. The Laurinators. I'm joking. We're not called anything. Now all I'm thinking about is trout. Yummy, yummy. All right, now I need to switch back to yellow. Confirm, 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 confirm. Yellow yarn. Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever. Okay. Finish the half double, chain one and turn. And then now we need to do how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we need to do 8 rows in yellow, and our first row is not an increase, just a regular half double. It's gonna be so good when I'm caught up on my sleeve. Then I don't have to do this part where everything is not finished. I basically just want to understand how much yarn I have left for this project, and I can't do that until all 4 pieces are at least to the same, like, point. So I have to get the second sleeve done at least up to the third patch of yellow. I laugh because if you were listening to this, that would mean nothing. Those sentences are just not very understandable ones. Does that happen in your house? Whenever the air conditioner turns on, your lights get dim? No, just me? Well, try living in a house that was built in 1898. That's a long time ago. I want to see what was going on here. What was happening in 1898 there. Hamilton earned the nickname the Electric City when the Cataract Power Company, led by 5 Johns, successfully transmitted hydroelectric power 56 kilometers from Desioux Falls to Hamilton. I think it's DQ Falls, but I don't like the way of saying that. Hi, what are you crocheting? Hey there, Nilo. I'm crocheting a extra large men's sweater. I'm working on the sleeve today. Here's what the body part looks like right now. And then I'm working on my second sleeve, but then I got distracted because due to the way. The dawn of hydroelectricity. So this house was built before my town had hydroelectricity. That's crazy. The Great Blizzard. On December 5th of 1898, a devastating winter storm hit the area, snapped telephone and power lines, buried homes and businesses, and incapacitated the city for days. Okay. Let me see. 1898. Ooh, timeline of events. Before 1800, according to all records from local historians, this district was inhabited by the neutral Indians who called it Attiwandaronia. Attiwandaronia. We could live in Attiwandaronia. I live in Attiwandaronia. Attiwandaronia. I don't want a rodeo. Do you want to go to the rodeo? I don't want a rodeo. Sorry. 1650, Iroquois fought the neutrals in a great battle. Okay. What? Hey, Alex. The present day Emerald Street. You know that street downtown? The Iroquois Indians fought neutral Indians in a great battle in 1650 on that street.
What?
Yeah. That's cool. We walk by that street sometimes. Let me see. 1788, the surveying. Okay, 1791, Barton Township, originally in Lincoln Township. 1791, 31 families. Alex, 1791, a total of 31 families were settled in Hamilton.
How many?
31. Mm-hmm. 1801, first log courthouse. First documented murder case in Hamilton was 1801. Okay. The murderer became the first woman hanged in the region. We love that. The city was all forest. The shores of the bay were difficult to reach or see because they were hidden by thick, almost impenetrable mass of trees and undergrowth. Bears ate pigs, so settlers warred on bears. Wolves gobbled sheep and geese, so they hunted and trapped the wolves. They also held organized raids on rattlesnakes on the mountainside. That's so fun. Okay, the town of Hamilton was conceived when George Hamilton purchased a farm after the War of 1812. Okay. 11 men were hanged for treason in 1813. Love that. Hamilton is laid out as a village in 1813. Okay. And let's see. First Methodist Church opens in 1824. First Hamilton School opens in 1821. First bound book published in Hamilton in 1832. Cholera in 1832. We love that. We love that. Okay. Let's see. 1835, James Street was the Lake Road, and in 1835, James Street was extended south, but was interrupted by a bog. Okay, cool. Let's see. Sir Allan MacNab, Hamilton's first bank in 1835. Let's see. Let's get closer to when my house was built. 1846. 1846, the Hamilton Spectator is born. It's still our newspaper. That's a long time. King and James streets macadamized. It's a kind of road production. Shallow convex layers impacted thoroughly. Oh, okay. Nice. 92 deaths recorded from cholera in 1849. Let's get up to the 1890s. First tap water in 1860. Wow. And 1870s. Wait a second. Isn't 1867 is Confederation. So Canada wasn't even a full organized country yet, and Hamilton was already an active town. Love that for us. Okay, 1880 to 1889. And I'm 1898. Okay. A group of businessmen a group of businessmen nicknamed it Birmingham of Canada. Asphalt sidewalks in 1883. Okay, 1890. The first organized hockey game was held in Hamilton. 1890, Hamilton's first public library opens up on Main Street. That's nice. 1890, first bowling alley opens. Can you imagine how exciting 1890 would have been? 1890, first organized hockey game, first public library, first bowling alley. And then also first electric streetcar. Can you imagine? That must have been a sick year. Imagine turning like 16 in 1890. You'd be like so lucky. Everything would be so fun. 1893, the first department store opens. Oh, that would be so cool to be around. The Sir John A. Macdonald statue arrives in Hamilton from London in 1893. They've removed it because he was a bad person. Hamilton Herald newspaper, fine. 1896, whatever. Street railway. Oh, the firefighters unionized in 1896. That's a long time ago. Adelaide Hoodless was a Canadian educational reformer who founded the international women's organization known as the Women's Institutes. Okay. Great. Okay, 1898. The first automobile driven in Canada was by textile manufacturer John Moody in 1898. One cylinder Winton he imported from Cleveland. Hey, Alex. In 1898, the first automobile in Canada was driven in Hamilton. 1898, the year our house was born, the first car in Canada was here. Yeah. Also, Dundurn Castle, that whole park has been it has been a city park since 1899. Yeah. Interesting. Olympic medals. One big reason for almost 75% increase in population of Hamilton. And that was cheap electric power furnished by us. Okay, so because electricity was cheap here, people moved here? Okay. Steel company. 1910, Stelco is formed? That's a long time. Okay. Okay, I'm reading about the house style that I have. The garment boom. By the way, morning all. Sorry I'm late. We'll watch back after. Sounds good, Candace. I'm glad you're here. You missed a whole bunch of good garden stuff, so there's good things, and I shout you about specifically a few times. City. Grokkapedia. No, she's making a sweater. Yes, I am. Okay, let's see. Brick houses. Red brick houses. There's like archives. Remnants, late Victorian wow, late Victorian boom, dating primarily 1880s. Yeah, nice big job to do a sweater. Looking good. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I've gotten myself distracted. I really was working hard and paying attention. And then I got myself all distractuated. By the way, don't forget to click the thumbs up button on the live stream, because you came here. So what are you doing? Coming to a live stream, not liking it? Not very good. What are you talking about? Are you having fun? Are you having fun? Wow, you guys really did some work on that toy already. Is it good? You having fun? Is it good? They're both looking at me like I'm crazy. You're so cute. Oh, hello, sir. Is there something I might be able to help you with? You guys can't see what I'm looking at, but just know it's a desperate Chihuahua's face just staring at me. He was jumping on me, waggling his little tail. Do you need to go outside? Hold on, let me... Sit. Sit. Do you need to go outside? That's a yes. The head shake, that's like him resetting, going like, oh, I finally understood what I was saying. I'll be right back. The dog has to pee. Oh, and I need to, oh my God, ow. My coccyx. My coccyx, it hurts. My tailbone. One sec, the dog needs to get outside. What am I gonna do? Let's go, good boy, out. Go pee, outside, outside. Outside for Toby, oh, it's time to go outside. Time to go and pee and be the dog. Go pee, go pee, go pee. Go on, hurry up. Go pee. Good boy. Toby, come on, hurry up. Let's go. That's my boy. That's my good boy. He's so smart. Thank you. Thank you for being so smart and so polite. You're so polite and so smart-o. I don't know if you knew, but I have the smartest and most polite dog. Last night, Alex and I were sitting in the kitchen, chit-chatting as per the usual, and I started eating some yogurt, and the cat and the dog both showed up, because if I'm eating yogurt, it means everyone should have yogurt. And both the cat and the dog know sit, up, and give me a paw. All of them. They know all three, both animals. The cat does shake my paw. Do you understand? My cat. Cats don't do anything that they don't want to do. And my cat, for food, she'll do it all. If there's a tickle in the back of my throat right now, I'm going to scream. It better not be. It better just be a little dry, because if I went to the zoo and got sick, I will be not okay. I have currently a cold sore inside of my nose. You can't see it, but I can feel it, and I know it's there, and I took the medicine already, but the fact that a cold sore has shown up indicates either I was stressed leading up to going to the zoo, I got a sunburn leading up to going to the zoo, or I have a sickness within me that has not yet manifested fully, and that caused me to have a cold sore. Or a combination of the three. It's a super fun magic thing to get. Okay, sorry, I got confused there. Confused myself a little bit. Dropped yarn again. Let's put the yarn we're not using away, shall we? So we don't have to do that again. Great. It is a big job, Nilo. Hold on. Nilopip? It's probably not what I'm trying to say, but anyway, it is a big job to make a sweater, but it's also a fun one. It's just one that you have to be like ready to want to do, and I don't always want to do it. Oh, I had a question. I had discussion questions for us. Do you want to hear what my discussion questions were? I think they were good. Okay. So, I have a couple. Hold on, I can't find new content to watch. Most of the videos are having this generated voice. I'm freaking tired. Even audiobooks nowadays have the same voices. I like old school, read by someone. I hate that the AI audios, it's like, yeah, there's something uncanny where you're like, and they have the same cadence. I don't like it either. I agree. Don't we have celebrities? Couldn't you just get them to read it all? What are we doing? Okay, so this is the discussion questions I had, I thought we could tie the zoo to the garden, and also just to us. So one is, let me see. What zoo animal would make the best pet if size and legality were not problems? And hold on. What's the smartest animal you've ever seen at the zoo? And if your garden could attract one wild animal safely, you're not in any danger and you're not doing anything illegal, what wild animal would you intentionally attract to your backyard? I feel like if it was not unsafe or illegal, I would definitely be welcoming coyotes, bobcats, just generally large predator animals. If I was guaranteed that it was not unsafe or illegal, baby girl, I would have deer all over my backyard. I would have a protected garden that they wouldn't be allowed to remove or hurt, but I would be a full-on Disney princess. I would be attracting all of the wolves, all of the coyotes, all the foxes. They wouldn't be screwing with my stuff. Let's see, also the information they are delivering is 1 hour repetition of one simple subject. Yup. I watch like crime channels where they like summarize, they'll show an interrogation and then they summarize what's going on in the interrogation and they pause a billion times to be like, do you see the way he's moving his hands? This shows dishonesty, and then whatever. That's the kind of stuff I have in the background when I'm working on stuff. And now I don't like those anymore, Louisa, because they've all taken to using this AI voice that has the exact same cadence no matter what the story is. And also, you're right, they explain things in a way that is like, you can tell they had it go through like ChatGPT or something, because it's like, it's wrong. It's not right. It's not right. It's not normal. It doesn't feel right, and I don't like it. It's true. It's like I need people who do video essays, but I don't want them to have to be on camera, but the only way for me to guarantee that I'm not going to get an AI voice is to have a video essay of a person talking, like a physical person doing a video essay. But I used to like to just have like video essays with like a picture as the screen, basically like listening to a video essay, but now they'll just use those fake voices. I'm even watching content creators that I'm not a big fan of, but at least she's really talking. Yes. Well, you know what? That might help a bunch of smaller content creators that aren't using AI to actually get a leg up. 1, 1, 2. This gets 2. Also, I should not have scratched that off, but I just scratched a scab off of my finger from a bird bite that is now going to take longer to heal. Not ideal. Oh well. There was another one. I had a really good discussion question. Wow, I wrote down a little bit much. Oh, here's one. Which animal do you think needs the most enrichment? And like, what zoo animal do you think requires the most enrichment? So at first I was like, oh, obviously the bigger animals need more stuff, but that's probably not true. So then I started going back and I was like, okay, what about the smartest animals? But are the smartest animals even going to be able to engage with the type of enrichment toys that they're being given? Because they're smart. So I'm like, should the gorillas be given way more to do? Maybe. But will it stress them out to have clutter because they're just like us? Maybe. I don't know. Who needs the most enrichment? I would still think it's the tropical birds. Because tropical birds, when not satisfied, are so loud. Like if you had a whole bunch of parrots and kookaburras and all those other big birds. Oh, there was a stork there. Storks are not very pretty. Storks are quite creepy looking. They have a bald head, but their bald head has hairs on it that look like it's very bizarre looking creature. Oh, somebody's having a bath. Probably Gary. This is their makeshift bath. There's rocks and it's a plastic tub with water in it. Gary's shy, so he gets nervous to jump in the water, even though the water is an inch deep. He still gets himself nervous. Now he's gonna get all soaking wet. I know. Is there not enough water in there? I can still see water. I refilled it yesterday. you want me to refill it again, Gare? Sorry, I know. Let me just refill it. When Beelzebub asks, if you don't answer, she'll remember it. And she asked, that's what that loud scream was. She said, why is the water so low? Why haven't you filled our water yet today? I know, it's yours. I'm giving it right back, I promise. Fresh, cool water, not cold. I know you like it cold, but that freaks me out, so it's not cold. Don't bite me, I'm giving you something to play with. Thank you. Here, I'll move your cage closer so you don't even have to think about it. Everything is good. These goofy birds out here. There. Now there's a nice amount of water in there, so now you'll see a bird climb into there, probably, and take a bath. He's like, actually, I'm gonna go destroy stuff because you touched my stuff and I can't bite you, so I'm gonna bite these toys. You having fun? Oh, it makes them so angry, but in a happy way. To bite their toys, that is. I have to plug in my rock tumblers. I unplugged them like a month ago and I haven't plugged them back in yet. I guess no bath after all. It's alright. He'll take a bath in the afternoon when we come inside. I'll take them out for like until 3 o'clock, and then I'll bring them inside for an hour, and then I'll take them back out until 7 o'clock, and they will be so happy about it. Okay. I'm probably going to change my clothes. At first I thought it's hot today and this outfit will be perfect, but I'll have to wear so much sunscreen. I'd rather just wear a long sleeve shirt and not have to put sunscreen on my arms. I already have to put it on my face. Although I have been wearing a hat, which has been really nice. It saves some of the sunscreen. I've already almost gone through a bottle this summer already, though. Which has never happened to me before. I've been so busy sorting through my life stuff. It's hard to ditch or give away our trash. It's super hard to ditch or give away our trash. I think of that sometimes, Candace, where I'm like, oh, if I died immediately, it feels like right now it would be very inconvenient for other people because nobody in my family is interested in the type of stuff I have, so all of it is garbage. But to me, right now, it's all prized possessions. So it's like, do I get rid of it or when I get older, do I just, I don't even know. How do you decide when to get rid of all your stuff? Because, like, I know eventually I'll have to downsize, but, like, I don't want to. I like all my stuff. That's why I have it. Candace, I want you to know I have a list of jobs that have to be done in June this year. And on the list of jobs that have to be done in June, bring Candace her pillow is one of them. I have so many children's books. Well, Candace, I have a little sister who's a teacher, so if you need anywhere to donate children's books, I know somewhere where they will definitely get read. Hi, folks. Just wanted to pop in and say hello. Hi, Raven. Nice to see you. Welcome. Glad you could pop in. Thank you for clicking the thumbs up as soon as you came in. I love that. Found some things for you that if you don't want later, you can just ditch. Candace, that's silly of you to say. Am I someone who do I look like someone who ditches things? If you're going to give me something that I'm going to want to hold on to, you know I'm going to hold on to it for an ungodly amount of time. Just like everything else that I have that I like. You can just ditch it. My mom says the same thing. If you don't want it, you can just donate it. Ma'am, Is that the lifestyle that you think that I have? I mean, I do donate things, but I donate my things. I don't donate gifts. Anyway. Candace, you just want me to have a hoard. We're just going to exchange hoards. But for real, if you are looking to get rid of children's books and you don't have somewhere to go, I know somewhere where they will for sure be loved and used and read. So I would happily take them off your hands. That being said, also, if they are sentimental, I totally get that also. Makes it harder. I have stuff for you too, lol. Candace, we're just the same person spread across time. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay, sorry, I needed to make sure I was at the right spot. That came to mind. Yeah? Well, if you let me know. Most of my books are for young kids. Well, Julia this year, I think she's teaching grade 2 this year. And if she likes it, that'll be the grade she stays in. She originally wanted to do grade 8, but I think she's doing a younger grade. I don't know if she's doing grade 2. Now that I've said it out loud, I'm like, I don't know if I just made that up. Let me see. What grade you teachin'? I'll let you know. My inability to give gifts away pretty much, hold on, is why I pretty much stopped accepting gifts from everyone. Yeah, I don't want to carry around junk that doesn't make sense to me, so I get that. I remember when I was in high school, I was like a moody, edgy teenager, and so my friends bought me gifts according. And one of the gifts that I got was a statue of a fairy. Gorgeous, beautiful ceramic statue of a goth, like, you know the fairies that have demon wings with the hook and the claw on the top? Don't worry, I'll get it for you. Excuse me. Probably demon wing fairy? Like Maleficent. I used to draw this type of fairy all the time. Back when I was like a moody teenager, I would like draw different versions of this. Basically the same type of fairy. They have these like hooks on the top of the wings. Like a bat, I guess? Cool. I searched demon fairy wings and the internet is like, never heard of her. Cool, because I know you would be on friggin', what's the website? Tumblr. I know you would be on Tumblr. You know the ones I'm talking about. You know the ones. As long as you know. Otter. Oh, you think otters? Also, red pandas are adorable. Red pandas are very adorable. Milky Way. Hello, I'm back. I know the type. Oh, that is awesome. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so that type of wing, it literally, here, let me just, I know you're so interested. Yeah, you mentioned that, Sneaky Fox. One time is good enough. You're going to end up getting banned by someone because they're going to think you're spamming. So don't spam. Okay, hold on a sec. Demon wing fairy. Like this. You see her wings? I had a fairy that was a ceramic statue fairy like this. I kept that thing for a decade. Long after I had, it was from Spencer's. Do you remember Spencer's? Or was it from Hot Topic? Spencer's Gifts Fairy Statue. Wow, really, Laura? Statue. Cool. Don't even try to spell, Laura. Spencer's Gifts Fairy Statue. It was this big, like this style of thing, but moody. Like a moody goth one. You know, these types of things, but it was like a moody goth vibe. She had wings that were demon wings. Anyway, carried that for a way longer than I needed to be carrying that in my life for because it's hard to get rid of gifts. I also had a knife that was gifted to me. Like Marks and Spencer's? No, definitely not Marks and Spencer's, just Spencer's. Spencer's Gifts was its own thing. And it was like the edgy place where you could get the edgy t-shirt and where I had to buy my belly button rings, you know what I mean? Like that kind of place. I don't have a belly button piercing. I did as a teenager. Anyway, Yeah, so that type of gift I will keep long after it makes sense for me to have. My friend in high school gave me this beautiful knife because I was edgy and I bought knives from the kid who sold firecrackers. I would buy firecrackers and knives from a strange boy at school. What was my high school about? I don't know. Did I need knives at my high school? No. Kids were doing coke. There was no people fighting with knives at my high school. It was like rich white kids. So I was not a rich white kid. I came out of town from a not rich area into town because it was a new school. But all the area kids were around that school were all rich kids. So there wasn't like fighting often. There would be like a fist fight every once in a while, but nobody ever died at our school. No knives, no guns. We didn't have a school like that. And I remember I would buy fancy, they weren't knives like switchblades or anything. They were like fancy display knives, like beautiful display knives that had a stand. I don't know where he was getting them. Where was that boy buying them from? Why did I buy them from him? Why was I buying fireworks from him? Why was I buying firecrackers from him? I was 15. What were you doing? I don't know, but it felt fine at the time. And then I had a friend who gave me a beautiful knife for my birthday, my 16th birthday, and it just stayed as a display in my home. Alex's and I got rid of it when we moved into our second apartment, and I had it since high school. So, yeah, I don't know, man. What we did in high school, I think it was because we weren't ever in actual danger. So, like, instead of us buying drugs, I mean, we were buying drugs also, but instead of us buying drugs, we were buying display knives, firecrackers, cap guns, some chemicals. We did buy some chemicals. I don't know if we bought them or if we stole them from the chem lab, now that I'm... Copper sulfite or copper sulfate. Anyway, the things that I was doing were dangerous, but not in a existential way. It was dangerous. Like, why are you doing that? You have a knife in your backpack. Yes, but I live in Canada and the knife is a display knife and it's gonna go on my shelf. Our world was different, okay? Because you were edgy and cool, Laura, obviously. It was because it was edgy and cool, okay? I was both. Okay, first of all, I was like borderline untouchable in terms of the cool level. Like, cool people, sports people, the musical kids, the band, Laura and her friends, the burnouts. Pretty much. It was like, I'm not like, I wasn't cool now I was cool as shit because I didn't care what anyone thought about me. I totally did. But I acted like a crazy person in high school. I didn't care about... I don't know what I didn't care about, but I knew and no one else knew. I was in high school. I was a kid. But let me tell you, what a free time to be alive, because now, how many times would I have gone to like juvie for the things that I was doing back then that weren't bad? When I was growing up, it wasn't bad. What I was doing, I was a good kid. I got straight A's. I had very good grades. I was in the high level courses, like we had college destined or university destined courses in high school. I was in all university destined courses. But I was smoking weed. I was taking chemicals from the chemistry lab with my friends so that we could light them on fire in the woods next to the school. Like, I don't know, man. The fact that, like, high school is, for all of my memories, an absolute joke, because the amount that I was participating versus the amount that I do well didn't make sense. And I had a good time. I mean, obviously, like, bullying is whatever. I did not get straight A's. Well, I didn't have a choice. The sister who I had before me, who was older than me, was just the smartest. And every class that I went to, people would go, "Oh, I taught your sister. I'm so happy to have you in my class." And then they would find out that I'm not like my sister. And they would not say the same thing when my little sister came into the class. "I taught your sisters. Which one are you more like, your older sister or your middle sister?" And then when my little sister would say, "I don't know, I'm back." Very good. I did not get straight A's. I did. I got straight A's. I obviously got needs improvement on anything that talked about if I needed to stop talking. But I was a smart kid. I was a smart ass is what I was. I was a smart ass because I was definitely annoying as hell. And I know that because the poor teachers had no choice other than to put me in the hallway. Do you understand? I had to be put in the hallway because I wouldn't stop talking. One, two. But now I look back on it and I'm like, they had to do what they had to do. That teacher was like 22 years old. Whatevs. All the teachers at my high school were brand new. And now looking back at pictures of me in high school, a couple 26 and 27s, it's just that it was a young school back then. It was a brand new school, so it was all young. I was a smarty too with the A's, but I worked hard for them. I will say, I can't say I didn't work hard. I worked hard on some things, but I think I'm pretty good at like doing tests. Oh, what do you mean no sound? Hello? Oh, I'm back. Okay. Oh, I was a very smart kid. I just didn't do the work. I didn't do the work and I did all the work the day before. And it usually, I don't know if you noticed the name of my channel. If you saw the name of the channel when you stopped in. But that has been my nickname since I was a child on account of the fact that it all works out, but it all works out right at the last second. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I went to the same school as my dad and was your dad, with a bit of fear in their voice. Are you close in age to your dad? Like, did your dad have you young? How could there be teachers that are still teaching? That's amazing. I didn't see the point in working hard. Well, there isn't a point in high school in working hard. The only reason to work hard in high school is so that you know how to work hard if you're going to university. And the only reason to work hard in university is to get the grade to pass, because once you're out of university, literally no one ever asks about university from you ever again. Ever again. When you go into jobs, they don't go, were you magna cum laude? Or were you just cum laude? I was magna cum laude. That means all of my grades were above whatever the percentage, 80% in university. You had to have your average be above a number to get this word at the end of your degree. And yet, when you get hired at a job, not that I would know, 2 degrees later, works for myself. But when you get a job, they don't go, what were your grades like? They just want to know that you have the degree. So I think the only reason to work hard in high school is so that you know how to work hard in university. And the only reason to work hard in university is so that you pass. Like, you don't need to, like, having good grades in university is like, it's not really necessary. Even C's get degrees. That's what they say once you get into university. They were just really old teachers. Oh, okay. All right, guys, it's 10 after 12. I gotta go and get started on the rest of my day. So thank you for being here. I hope you had a good time crocheting with me and making bird toys. As you can see, the birds are still interested in the toys. Well, Gary's grooming himself, but Beelzebub is biting the toy. So I will see you guys on Friday. Have a good rest of your week. Stay hydrated. Don't forget to click the like button if you haven't yet. And be nice to yourself. I'll see you on Friday. Thanks for being here. Bye.